Welcome to this special end-of-year episode of Across the Bifrost. Woo! We made it. We made a full year.
And we did it.
We've been talking about this for a little bit more than a year, actually, as a podcast, but we got through a whole crazy year. I had some ups and downs, and everybody is probably a little bit hungover and full of good food at this point, listening to the show. So we thought it is time to do a MCP Across the Bifrost award ceremony.
Yeah, we did it. We've been planning this for months and we're finally here, Norbert.
All credit to you, my friend. You have been putting a lot of effort behind the scenes on this one. You've been doing, along with the producer, the master producer, you as the lore master have been putting together all kinds of interesting categories, which I know nothing about. This is amazing.
Yeah, Norbert's coming into this one completely blind, but he did dress up in a sequin suit, like I asked.
Yeah.
So we are in our best kind of award ceremony get up for this.
Yeah. Do you like the long elbow-length white gloves that I have?
Yeah, that was cool. That was nice. Yeah, the flares were a nice touch. I was surprised by those.
You know, I try. You put in your effort, I put in mine.
Nice. There we go. So yes, we're here. This is the first of many, I hope, official 2025, awards ceremony, Across the Bifrost awards ceremony. We're going to be giving out awards to various models and boxes and stuff. I'm sure some CP numbers will get awards.
Oh, yeah.
Probably figure that out as well at some point.
The CP number of the year. I can't.
Oh, why didn't I think of that? I'm going to add one to the end now.
There was a lot of close runners on the CP numbers, a lot of hopefuls out there. I think a lot of people will be surprised. They think that they kind of, some obvious front runners, but I think they're going to be surprised at which is the actual CP number of the year. And this will be presented in the Webster Dictionary kind of a thing, right? Where they do word of the year and then number of the year, and it'll be CP number. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. One of those.
Also, there's this new, this controversy happening because now there's a new numbering scheme happening on the boxes, and
I saw that.
It's controversial. It's like a separate, when the wrestling federation broke up into two different arms, and then people weren't sure about the other one, and so this is
what were those
happening.
arms, Norbert? You don't know anything about wrestling.
WWE was when I was a kid. It was it WWE?
It was WWF. When I was a kid, it was WWF.
WWF. Yeah. And then there was a splinter group, and then it became WWE. I think they bought them. Who knows?
WCW. The WWE. They changed the WWE because WWF is the World Wildlife Foundation.
Oh, right.
And they told them to change it, so they became the WWE. I thought you were going to talk about ECW and WCW. I thought you were going to show some real knowledge there.
No. As far as I went. So anyway, we're going to have to. That'll be a 2026 problem. Right now, we've got just classic CP numbers to consider.
Yeah, there you go. Cool. All right. So I guess we just get started, right? Without further ado.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
So I am going to basically I've come up with a bunch of award categories. Most of them are decided by me. Now, obviously, if you disagree, I don't care. Go to Discord and argue about it there. These are the awards that I'm giving out, but then there are also some kind of guest, award deciders, which we'll get onto. Some other people have come in and given me their thoughts. There's been a big old vote, a poll, which we'll get to. So yeah, I'm hoping that this kind of encapsulates the year so far in MCP. Some of it goes back because this is our first one. Some of it goes back to the year before as well, but whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. This is perfect. This is just like Spotify Wrapped, YouTube Wrapped. This is Across the Bifrost Wrapped.
Yeah, there you go. Speaking of Spotify Wrapped, we should probably talk about our Spotify ages because you found that very funny.
I didn't want to bring it up, sir, because people will be also surprised at those numbers. If you thought the CP number of the year was bizarre, look out.
What was your Spotify Wrapped age this year?
I was 41.
That's pretty good, considering you are, exceptionally older than 41.
So yeah, I think I'm doing okay. And the reason I didn't want to bring it up is because of what you told me your number was.
I got 67, which I'm really confused by. I've not looked into it yet. I need to look into that. I think it's because I have a house playlist. And it's lots of really chill, kind of old school music. I think that's what it is because I just put that on whenever people come over to play MCP at my house. I just put that on. So I'm clearly listening to that a lot more than actual music that is, actually going on in my ears.
Okay. All right. Yeah. We'll take you at your word for it.
Yeah. There you go. Anyway, right, on to the awards.
It's because of your friends coming around playing MCP that you're
Yeah. Hijacking my Spotify account. Yeah. Anyway, right, on to the awards. Okay, so the first award, all right, this is How do you want me to do this? Should I say?
No, you do a little setup, like what the importance of this award is. You know how they do that sort of thing.
All right, fine, cool. So 2025, right, was a year of many erratas. There were 2 erratas this year. Okay, and what do erratas do? They address imbalances in the game. Usually, they give love to previously unloved characters, and they also calm down the kind of monsters in the meta.
Oh, I thought you were going to say nerd rage, but okay.
Nerd rage. Yeah, I think what I've learned this year from all the erratas and all the good work AMG have done is that you can never put a stop to nerd rage.
You just aggravate other nerds.
Yeah, no matter what. I was celebrating Mini Stravaganza and all those changes. All some amazing changes, and then I went on Discord and was reminded, Terra Genesis still exists.
People trying to justify lamp poles doing 3 points of damage, or not justifying it.
Trash cans and anyway, it doesn't matter. But we're here to celebrate all the good stuff. So the first award is for the biggest meta terror.
Oh, okay. This is a good one. So do you have some choices for me, or should I talk through them? Or,
basically, I think I just tell you the winner, and then I'll tell you the other contenders, and we can go through them. We can discuss.
No. You have to do the contenders, including the winner, and I have to try to pick the winner.
Okay, because then we disagree, and that's not good. That's not good award show etiquette, is it?
Oh, yeah.
No, you're right. Let's do it. Okay. So here are the contenders. Okay.
I don't know. I just got dressed up for this. I don't know the rules.
Okay. So the contenders for biggest meta terror. Now, I might not have got my timelines right. Remember, this might be going back the last 2 years. I can't fully remember when this person was scary, but we have Apocalypse, Gorgon, Hulk, Thor 2, Thanos, and Shang-Chi.
Ooh, you threw me for a loop with the time frame of this thing. You know what I mean? Okay, kept it spicy. I like it. I am going to discredit Shang-Chi amongst that list.
Really?
No. I mean, they all belong on the list. Don't get me wrong. There are no pretenders there. I'm just saying there are some monsters that are a little more more monstrous than others, and Shang-Chi is not that. Hulk, I'm going to discard only because I think his hate. He's still meant to be there, but I think his heyday is passed a bit, and I think that already happened a little while ago.
I also feel like Hulk gets away with it a lot because he's Hulk. He's thematic. I kind of like when I first joined the game and the scary things were Thanos and Hulk, I was like, yeah, this is Marvel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's when Black Cat is the scariest thing in the game that I have a problem. But Hulk being strong is cool because it's Hulk.
And the Thanos kidnapping stuff, again, because of the time period, I feel like it's a little bit behind. So Gorgon, I'm going to put with Shang-Chi, not a monster. Definitely a good character. So he's out. And that's narrowing it down for me to what's left there.
The only one left is the one that's won the award.
See, I did it.
You did it.
I saw. Who is it?
It was Thor 2.
Yeah, Thor 2. Oh, God.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Thor 2 was crazy. And he landed just as I started my Sentinel era as well. And I was like, Sentinels are great. Why do people complain about Sentinels? And then I realized it was just Thor doing all the work. And the Sentinels just being there like, you go, Thor.
That was the ultimate playtest right there. That's how they knew they had to make a change when the Sentinels get carried.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, Thor 2 was miserable. I played against Coddle literally the day it released, or the next day from it released, because he glued it together overnight and played us, and he played the bloody Brothers in Arms on me too, like the full thing. I nearly won that game, by the way. I nearly won that game with X-Men by 1 point. Yeah, by 1 point. Had I made one pay to flip, it would have all worked out. So, but it all went downhill from there. That was egregious. Do you think, and it wasn't just Brothers in Arms, do you? It was Thor 2
Thor, Brothers in Arms took it to silly levels, which was his team up card with Beta Ray Bill. And it gave him 10 dice builders or something ridiculous. It was the range 3 was the huge part, I think. Because
and him being size 3 randomly.
Him being size 3, and range 3, which it was a big deal because he could always hit you. And he's got amazing triggers on his builder, so it being range 3 meant he was always hitting you and doing great stuff. And and it was a 7 dice builder as well. 7 dice builders, that's insane, right? We've got it on Apocalypse now, but at least Apocalypse can only do 2 of them a turn. Whereas Thor was like, here's 2 7-dice builders, and I've generated a load of power to now throw myself at you and throw a size 4 at you from long. Like, it was just, he had everything. So yeah, terrifying. And now he's got down to range 2. It's a bit more. Some people say he's been overly nerfed. I think he might be one of those characters that we'll see pop up again one day.
I tried him when I played Asgard in February last year for 6 weeks, or this year, I should say. In Asgard, I tried him out, and he just is so high dice dependent now. Because he can't. And so, like, if you get him into position and you waste all that opportunity potential to get him in position, and then he doesn't show up with the dice, it's terrible.
Yeah, it feels like a double nerf, right? Because they made him harder to get into position, and then he attacks less hard. Yeah, which is a real shame. And I think Thor falls under that category of like, I'm okay if Thor is insane in this game. Yeah, I'm not saying they should have kept him as he was because he was way too good, but I think he maybe got double nerfed, which is a shame. But I'm interested to see him with Valkyrie. The new Valkyrie can place him round 1.
Ooh, yeah,
which is interesting. So can Loki, so it's not a game changer. But like, I'm interested in that. I've got my little eye on Asgard. I kind of want to play them at some point.
They're super fun, dude.
Yeah. The terrain changes really hurt them, I think.
They do depend a lot on throwing stuff, but they have a lot of interesting characters now. Yeah. They do different stuff. All right, cool. Yeah. Good category. Yeah, that was nice.
Biggest meta terror. The winner was Thor 2. All right, Next up now. I'm not going to give you a list of contenders because we've covered a lot of erratas on this, podcast. You should know all these, okay? So who this year, we'll say this year, who this year is the winner of the biggest glow up award?
Ooh, okay. So we're talking about, aside from me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, obviously, aside from you. Yeah, Norbert's got abs now. I don't even realize this, but Norber's been hitting the gym.
I'm like that Sacha Baron Cohen in real life. In East London.
Yeah. So I'll just throw some names at you, just in case your mind's going blank. Okay, so some people that got, they got buffed this year. We've got Clea.
Yeah.
Dormammu.
Yeah.
Colossus. Carnage. Gambit. Bishop. Sentinel Mark IV. To name a few. There's a bunch more. Anyone standing out to you?
Gambit, for sure.
Gambit?
Yeah. Because he performs now crazy good, and he does so in different ways in different affiliations. The obvious one is Apocalypse, but he also does really quite well in Steve 3. And there was one other one even.
Sentinels, people are playing him in now. Yeah. You've got efficient machines, so Casajanova can turn his shields to wilds.
Yeah.
Which is really good.
Yeah, absolutely. So of all that list, all deserve on that. That was a good list. But Gambit, I would say, stands out.
Yeah. Well, the winner for the biggest glow up is Gambit.
Yes!
Nice. He is about to make a name for himself in here. Nice. All right. You're 2 for 2, Norbert.
Yeah, this is a great show. I love the show.
Biggest glow up Gambit. I think, he's amazing. He went from,
oh God,
boring and like not good, and it's one thing to be not a great character or not effective, and he was just kind of boring. But now he's very not boring, potentially over the curve, but still quite dicey. He's a 3/3/3 with 5 health, and I think he's probably the fairest version of that, because it's like, well, he has to stay that way because the double wilds thing means his ceiling is insanely high. Sometimes he can just block like 6 out of nowhere.
Yeah, I think, and then the affiliations I mentioned is where he shines. I mean, anything that helps kind of juice all his already innate abilities just puts him over the top.
Yeah, for sure. So there we go. Good to see. But obviously shout outs to Clea. Clea's looking great now, I think.
Oh yeah.
Colossus is finally in a good spot, I think.
100%.
Yeah, although Mike DeLuca on Danger Room thinks that his first version was better because he had a bodyguard, which is a wild take, but we'll let him have that. Carnage is worth shouting out as well, but we may come back to some of these later in the episode.
Okay.
Cool. All right, next award. Are you ready?
Yes.
Now here we go. This is the Buried 6 Feet Under award.
Oh, somebody got nerfed into the ground?
Yes. Who got nerfed so hard they were buried 6 feet under? Who do you think?
That's a great tune by the Sneaker Pimps. I love that song. Who got nerfed to oblivion? Give me a list again. Do you have a list?
So I'm scared to give you lists, but okay, let's talk about some nerfs. Some nerfs that happen. Sentinel Prime. Sentinel Prime, arguably, some people would say it was a buff. I'm saying it's
fair.
a nerf.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yep.
So, Hellfire Club. They were a top tier team. And,
are we doing outside of characters too?
Yeah, just nerfs. You know, hardest nerf ever.
Nerfs?
It's the hardest nerf ever award. Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, Thor 2 we've already talked about. You know, you mentioned Thanos earlier.
Ooh, these are really good. I mean, so the problem for me is that, you know, with the nerd culture, the moment anything gets touched with the Nerf bat, it's immediately horrible.
Yes, yeah.
You know, and even though it's actually fine, it's just that people, you know, have this perception. And so it's hard for you to, you have to think more objectively to try to figure out which ones really did actually get nerfed into oblivion. As opposed
and also, I'm the one that decided the winner of this. So am I one of those nerds, or do I know the game?
Actually. You're one of the small subsection of nerdom that actually is okay with nerfs that are warranted. So
yeah, well, also like, you know, you've got to look at Dr. Zemo. I'm trying to show a nerf that I wish happened. Dr. Voodoo, you got to see him, right? He got nerfed, and everyone stopped playing him. And then, like a year or two later, he's back, and he's terrifying, and still seen as one of the best full threats in the game. And it's the same nerfed character. So yeah, you definitely get a bit of like, people are allergic to that stuff. You know,
allergic.
Like, they've been nerfed. I can't possibly touch them. And it's like, no, they're actually probably still nuts. You know. But this award would be someone that I don't think qualifies for that. This is someone who I think is buried 6 feet. They got nerfed so hard that we may never see them again.
Yeah. Oh man, it's just somebody. I'm just scrolling really quickly through all these characters here. There's so many. I mean, not somebody that got nerfed. Somebody just in general in the game. I don't think Sentinel Prime nerf is that awful because it works within the affiliation. Like
I agree. Yeah.
You know what I mean? On his own, maybe, but I mean, the point is to play him within the affiliation, and then I think it's still okay. You know, still nerf, obviously, but. So what nerfs did we talk about? So we got ones just after Adepticon, and then the ones that just happened. Yeah.
Yeah. Did any nerfs? No nerfs happened at Ministrab, I don't think. Unless you count Prime, I think it was all good stuff. It's all good news.
It went up. So this is back to.
It's quite an old one, yeah.
Yeah, old ones.
Put it this way: this character was everywhere, and was dominating stuff, and people had to build their list differently. YouTube videos were made about me and how I dealt with it, and then we never saw him again. Ever. Like, no one has played him since. And I don't mean, you know, I'm exaggerating, but like basically no one played him since.
Yeah. Oh, I can't guess. If I had the list of all the nerfs from that document, then I could pick them out.
You would get it easily. If you could see it in front of you, you'd get it easily.
All right, what is it then?
It is Thanos.
Oh, okay, sure.
Thanos, yeah. So,
and I think it's a double whammy. He got changed quite a bit, but also his affiliation got changed a bit.
Yeah, and the reality gem got changed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that the Thanos was definitely a problem, right? Because for those that don't know, basically Thanos could, if you moved any model basically anywhere off the deployment line, he could then kidnap that model and throw them back towards his team, and just they would be dead by round 2.
Yep.
Super egregious. You got punished for just playing the game. So
and he could go really tall, so that means that you would get priority right away again the next round. And so if you daze somebody like you just described, you could then knock them out before they could do anything about it.
Yeah, exactly.
It was bad times.
It was bad. So yeah, he got multiple nerfs. I think they went too far with this, way too far. And then the reality gem got nerfed as well, which wasn't even really a Thanos problem. And so Corvus Glaive, you know, copped a stray bullet on that one. And was like, hey, it wasn't me. It was Thanos being splashed everywhere else. But now Corvus is worse because of it. So yeah, I think that was really bad. They did a really cool thing, which was he can now use gems for free in Black Order. Right, that was the change.
Yep,
which is really cool. But then, and that's a cool change because you're then affiliated, locked, and you know it's probably easier to balance that way because you know what characters he's going to be playing next to. But then they also made Cosmic Portal less good. His trigger got harder to hit, and
the leadership isn't as good.
The leadership did that change?
I thought it did.
Death's Agenda. It doesn't work on grunts anymore. So yeah, and it's the same on the injured side because I think it got worse on the injured side. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Basically, we don't know. We don't know because no one's playing him. Yeah, that's why we don't know. Yeah. So yeah, really sad. I would like to see him get some love. It's right that they made him, you know, less splashable. But what we've seen in Apocalypse, right? I think we've learned from Apocalypse now that you can have a character be extremely strong, but only in their own affiliation, right? No one's splashing Apocalypse. So I would love to see that with Thanos, you know.
Agreed. Good point. Okay.
So, yeah, there you go. All right. So other contenders for hardest nerf ever, Thor 2, which we've spoken about already, and Hellfire Club. But I think I've made it pretty obvious that I believe that Hellfire Club are going to get their day again next year sometime. With Sinister and Omega Red are getting a bit of a touch up with here, so they're both affiliated.
Then that makes sense, because right now the list, I tried to look at it to get past the hype and see how bad it was, and that list of characters is really a bunch of
nobodies.
A bunch of milk totes. It's like land of misfit toys there.
Yeah, it's not awful though, because like Emma is great now, and Cassandra Nova is fantastic.
Great. Yeah.
So there's something there, but they're not the old Hellfire.
Sure,
they're a long way from that. All right, cool. We are 3 awards into something like a 20 award show, so let's move it along.
Fun.
Cool. Right, the next award is for, now note the word strongest. Okay, so I'm talking just like sweaty, like stat block, like min-maxed. Okay, so this is a set of awards for strongest characters. So this is the strongest 2-threat award.
Okay, I can do. All right, let me
filter into 2 threats. So now, while you're doing that, it's worth mentioning that Toad and Bullseye both got nerfed this year.
Yeah.
So they were clearly by far the best 2 threats. I think no one really argues with that. And also, Spider-Ham is now out, the latest 2-threat, first 2-threat we've seen in a few years. But he has been delayed on our side of the pond. So take that into account. We maybe haven't played enough Spider-Ham to really make it a thing.
So who's the best 2-threat now? Who got the Who showed up the most this year?
I mean, you've got the list in front of you, right? Black Widow, still great.
Yeah.
Right.
No, but is that the or, right? Best, not worst.
Strongest 2-threat. Yeah.
Strongest 2-threat. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to say, Black Widow is showing up a little bit now, but I wouldn't say that's all year. Okoye, though, in A-Force has been doing work, and Wakanda has been doing work, actually.
Yeah.
And so
pretty essential in Wakanda, I'd argue.
Yeah. Rocket, no. Nebula, a little bit with APOC is kind of like a splash sometimes.
Oh yeah,
Wong's doing his usual thing, which is in the background. Although he's got more important with Midnight Suns, maybe, and Defenders. Bullseye, no. Toad, no. Bob, no. Honey Badger, no. Spider-Ham, we don't know. I'm going with Okoye.
All right, Okoye. I think people will be shouting at their speakers right now because you just brushed off Rocket Raccoon like that.
You sure don't see Guardians that much.
Yeah, I see people splashing Rocket.
Oh,
I don't agree with
happening
it. But people are doing it.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you were a bit of a Bullseye aficionado, right, where you just got this killer at the back kind of pinging people, then maybe Rocket is your go-to guy now.
Yeah.
I think that the killy 2-threat now is Nebula.
Yes,
she's great.
for sure.
She's fantastic.
With the new crises as well, with these, the 2-inch range to secure them, that she's fantastic there.
Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're going for Okoye. I think that's very valid, actually.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Norbert, we disagree.
Okay. Okay.
I awarded this to Wong.
Okay. He's the quiet guy in the back, just doing his job.
Yeah, I think he's just good. He just does stuff. Like removing conditions is huge. Healing is huge. We're seeing a bit of a trend where like recent erratas are increasing health pools. So healing becomes a lot more relevant, right?
Okay, yeah, I agree, and I think I can see that, and I can see him becoming even more popular as Convocation grows and Defenders grow and Midnight Suns all grow. He plays more than like the kind of side role, like the kind of like this. I'm talking about the Web Warriors guys. They would always kind of feel a little bit queasy putting him in, but kind of wanting him in there, and maybe not. I think he's got a more solid place in those his actual home affiliations, and you're going to see more of those as those get more popular.
Yeah, for sure. Also, I guess worth mentioning that Doctor Strange got, a bit of a buff this year, and he has that like kind of team up ability with Strange, which is cool.
Yep.
Nice. All right. Cool. So next award, strongest 3-threat.
3-threat. Okay. Cool.
I'm not going to give you a list. I think.
No. I have the list.
It's too easy to give you a list.
I think it's the biggest list, isn't it? The
3 threats? I think you're right, actually. Yeah, I think there's more 3 threats than anything else. Yeah.
All right, and so this is the best 3 threats. Okay. Ooh, boy. Ooh, Gorgon's in that list. Echo came too late to be part of the party, I'm afraid. Although I think she might be one of those kind of 3
Echo
threats.
Echo is a strong contender for next year.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh, Mummy's there. Okay, I'm going through this because this is too juicy. Well, some people might say Karnak, but Gorgon for sure. Mummy. Keep going. I'm trying to be very judicious, so that's why I'm not saying everything that doesn't come across my list here. Oh, Magic now. Gosh, yeah. Where'd she come from? Gambit. magic with the APOC thing is just bonkers.
I think specifically APOC magic, war magic is the big one, right?
Yeah. For sure. Black Cat still in there. She's always been strong, although maybe a little less strong now. I don't know if that's true or not.
A little less strong? Why is she a little less strong? She got better.
Well,
the collision changes.
The collision changes. Yeah. That's right.
Her one weakness was throwing Terrain. Now she's better.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. Actually, sure. Okay. Gosh, there are so many. Zemo's still strong. I did ask in our server why, what lore reason he may have for having a long move, and I didn't really get any answers about that, which makes me wonder.
My head canon is that he's so smart that he's where he wants to be ahead of time. You know what I mean? So he's not actually running fast. He's just appearing there. You know what I
mean? Okay, that's an interesting one. So I wonder if, Ghost Spider's still been there. But this is like, who's the real standout, right?
You've just listed all the contenders, to be fair.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Gorgon.
Oh, Gorgon. Explain your reasoning.
My reasoning is because he's splashable. He's quite splashable.
Yeah.
He does something against the big boys with his stagger that he gives out so well. He's got the reroll. He's got the charge. He's got good defense stats. All those reasons.
Nice. I think that is a very good list of reasons there, Norbert. I think you'd be right to award Gorgon with strongest 3 threat. But I decided the winner, and I am completely biased. So for me, the winner of the strongest 3 threat is Black Cat. Yet again, I've found a reason to complain about Black Cat on this podcast.
It's worth complaining about. It's true.
I'm playing a lot of Apocalypse recently, right? And at the last weekend, I played against Black Cat every single game, and just guaranteed stagger into Apocalypse. Like, my attacks aren't reliable into them. The collision changes make Black Cat way harder to deal with. Awful set of perfect abilities. The extract steal, the grappling hook. Black Cat can do it all. I even played against Black Cat under the whole Spider-Verse leadership. And she managed to, on a D map, stagger 2 of my models, get the elusive trigger twice, and get a skull each time. So she changed secures on a D map while staggering 2 models. It was insane. I was like, this is horrible. So Black Cat for me, strongest 3 threat. But Gorgon is a great shout.
Okay. Yeah. No. I can see that. I guess I've just gotten so familiar with dealing with Black Cat that I'm just like, okay, but yes, no, I totally agree. And I am not going to fight you on that one.
Yeah, nice. I plan to switch to playing Web Warriors in the new year. So if I stop complaining about Black Cat, then you know that I've been converted, everyone.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Next award, strongest 4 threat.
Strongest 4 threat. Another huge category. 84 results here in Jarvis's protocol.
Could you share your screen? I want to see this giant list you're looking at.
I thought I did, and I must not have hit the right button.
Yeah,
okay, let me try again.
So lots of 4 threats. Like a very competitive category. 4 threats, because you've got the likes of like Beta Ray Bill in there, who's amazing. You've got Ultimate Spider-Man, a new entry, who is a very, very good 4 threat. Dr. Voodoo.
Check about the 3s, how many there are now. I should have looked. So the 3, by the way, Jarvis's protocol is the number one ecosystem of Marvel Crisis Protocol tools that you should be playing. We have a collab with them, and we now are a proud sponsor of them as well.
There you go.
Yeah, we have all of our podcasts that describe that kind of review a character listed underneath that character's page now on the Jarvis's protocol, and he's constantly updated them. He updated, the developer that is, updated this site within 3 days of all those monster changes that came out in the September update. So definitely use Jarvis's protocol and support him if you can. Yeah. Anyway, according to Jarvis's, the 3 threats is 78 different characters, and I looked at it before, is 84 of the 4 threats. So more 4 threats.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so, stand out. There are so many to pick out here now. Let me quickly go down the list here. I'm going to see who catches my eye first. So far, not that many, actually. Carnage got changed, but, I think he's a niche use of him, and he's very good in that niche. But Colossus, you see a lot more of now because of APOC. Mm-hmm. So that was a good change. I'm not going to include Nick Fury, although him getting that extra health point inexplicably suddenly
out of nowhere next year, getting a little buff. Yeah.
That might be a 2026 contender, but we're going to carry on for now on that one. Mark IVs, honestly, seem really good now.
Really good?
I think so.
I'm a big Mark IV, appreciator.
Yeah.
Okay, I played Sentinels, thought they were quite good. I don't know about strongest 4 threat though.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying things that have caught my eye so far.
That's fair.
And Baku again, another one, not strongest 4 threat, but man, is he everywhere now? You know, because that's what I'm saying. These are like Red Skull 3 though. Oh yeah. so far, he's going to be on my top of my list. I'm kind of carrying on here. So many good characters. Oh, Shang-Chi's in this list. Oh no.
See, I told you it was competitive. Best 4 threat is competitive.
Yeah, what it always would be. These are the 2 categories that people always struggle with finding good characters to choose from. I've come to the end of the list, and it's definitely between those 2. Ooh.
Who's it between?
Shang-Chi and Red Skull 3. I think Red Skull 3 is definitely being slept on a lot. And it's part because not only is he good, but his leadership is quite good. People just don't want to play Cabal in that way for some reason. He's just not all over the place.
We just interviewed Pat, who won an event with Cabal. And they're kind of they feel like meat and potatoes. They're just like they're just good killers. They're just old school good killers. Just play Ultron 2, Baron Zemo, Red Skull 4, a fantastic leadership for people that just want to hit stuff. They just sound great, but like maybe not too flashy. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So just kind of they're just good solid MCP. It's perfect, right? They're the Avengers. They're the bad guy Avengers. They're just playing good solid MCP and they're good at it.
So as much as I want to play, say, Red Skull 3 for all the interesting ways that you can use him and the leadership, I think the answer has to be Shang-Chi, just because how bloody splashable he is.
Interesting. Norbert, we're so in sync. A year of podcasting together, and this is what happens. Yes, the winner for the strongest 4 threat is Shang-Chi.
Yeah, you've had your run-ins with Shang-Chi too. So
mate. Never has a card I've ever struggled with a card so much. Every line on that guy's card is just good. And whenever there's a rules question, are you sure you can push me there? You can push that character? It's like, yes, I can. Okay. Are you sure you give me stun? Yeah, it's guaranteed. Okay, cool. Are you sure I'm staggered? Yes, you're staggered. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? It's the complete opposite of Phoenix, where every line is like bad. Shang-Chi just has everything. He's the most flexible character in the game. He's incredible. He's annoying to take down. In affiliation Avengers, like if Cable's giving him extra dice, he's basically invincible.
That same event that I talked about before, Reese's Pieces from Wales, I played against him. And he was playing Shang-Chi, and it was the first time Shang-Chi was on the table. And I knew he had charge, and I had set up my guys. I had one guy body blocking, basically, with some terrain, where my other guy was sitting on a point. So I was like, fine, I'm going to eat this charge, but I don't care about that character. I'll get the point. And he charged, did the attack, and then randomly did his 1-inch punch on the bystander. And I was like, what? What do you mean? and Elsa was standing behind Reese's. She goes, yep, that's what he does. That makes no sense whatsoever. Why? I mean, okay, you push the defender, but why is there some random bystander who's minding his own business?
Out of nowhere. And it's like, it's damageless stun as well, right? Which is the best kind of stun. So it's like, I'm not even hitting you, and I'm going to go stun that character, and he's going to get pushed away. It's so bad. They got rid of it on Nightcrawler. Now it has to be damage-based stun, and Shang-Chi still got it running around.
Anti-Mutant Gang. Anti-Mutant Gang.
Anti-Mutant Gang. AMG. Anti-Mutant Gang. Yeah, there you go. Cool. So well done. Well done, Shang-Chi. You did it again.
Cool. Yeah. Are we moving to 5 threats?
5 threat, yeah. Strongest 5 threat. So this, right, let me just, special announcement for this award, right? Brought to you by our sponsor, Norbert and Curtis, and from Cable's Conquest. This spawned the whole idea of an award show because we were on a road trip and we've come up with this new fun way to determine who was the best in threat. So we went through all the 5 threats and we basically just went in alphabetical order and said, okay, starting with Abomination. Is the next person on that list better than Abomination? Yes or no? And then basically we did that and ended up with what we felt was the strongest 5 threat. Right. So you were part of this nomination process, Albert, is what I'm getting at. So some people worth shouting out here. So 5 threats that we think are contenders. Cable. who I think is, by the way, completely slept on. People give him way a harder time than he deserves. I think they see the 3-3, was it 4 defense, and they think, oh, he's easy to kill. But I've done my 50 games with X-Force this year. I did my 50 games with New Mutants this year. I've played a lot of Cable. His best defense is murdering everything before he gets to have a turn.
Yeah.
So he is tanky. He can stick around. And then in Avengers, he's got Steve backing him up. Like Cable, I think, is definitely a contender for this. Then you've also got Black Bolt. You've got Namor, you've got Ulik, you've got King T'Challa, Ultron too, you know? So, yeah, what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, there are, now that I think about it, a lot of good guys here in 5 threats, which, is always a lot of points to pay for. And so, but to have so many that are actually good here, golly, you've got, I mean, there's a lot of standouts, but the ones you see all the time is Lady Jane, the Mighty Thor.
Good point. I didn't write them down, yeah.
Namor, like you said, absolutely. King T, bonkers right now.
Yep.
Let's see. Doctor Strange 1 coming up. And then there's the up-and-comers. Like, I would say the up-and-comers are going to be Cassandra Nova because of the changes.
I agree with that.
Where's another one I saw that is going to be changing? There was one other that I saw that changed. But anyway, and then you got people who may be just below that tier, like Loki 2, Mephisto, A-Bomb. Lots of good characters here. And then, of course, ones that we don't know anything about just yet in the real world, like Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to say King T, my friend.
That is fair. It's been a year of Wakanda this year, you know, and Baku leadership, you know.
And the fact that he gets power like nobody's business. I mean, he usually doesn't know what to do with all the power. I mean, he gets more than 10. Is what I'm trying to say. A lot of the times, you know, you already have 10 and you're still getting power because of his, what is it called? Royal Rebuke. Is that it?
No.
What's this, the one where he gets power when his friends get hurt? Oh, yeah. It's just Defender of Wakanda. Yeah. Because it's not tied to Wakanda. That's why he's splashable as a result. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's huge. Yeah. And his threat range is enormous, right? Because it's a long move with a pounce. Not a pounce, sorry, a bound. So and the bound, gives him extra dice, and his builder is incredible. So yeah, you're right. He's constantly on 10 power. So yeah, there you go. No surprises. Strongest 5 threat award goes to King T'Challa.
All right. Woohoo! Yeah, King T. Be careful out there, people, because I hear they're making a box of him and the Killmonger too, and just of the box, or maybe part of an affiliation pack or something, but not locked behind terrain. Is my point?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so maybe you'll see him even more, which I don't know if it's a good thing.
Yeah, because it's quite an expensive buy-in now to get King T, right? I know people that own every model in MCP except King T and Killmonger 2 because of that terrain kind of price. So yeah, that'd be good to see. Okay. Cool. There you go. But again, shout out to my boy Cable. He's better than people say.
Yeah, I agree. Are we doing all the rest of the threats together or still separate?
How do you mean?
Well, because we have 6, 7, and 8 to do, right?
Oh, I didn't even get to 7 and 8. I just did 6. So yeah, we'll do it on the fly. I'll let you nominate some for 7 and 8. How about that?
All right, but I mean, do we put them all into like the 6, 7, 8 category, or are they?
Nah, let's give them their own category. Let's give some people a chance to shine. Yeah,
right on.
Okay, so next award is for strongest 6 threat.
Okay, poof. Here we've got people like Hulk. We've got Cosmic Ghost Rider. I also think you don't see anymore, which doesn't make any sense to me at all. He's so good.
He's still very good.
APOC amongst his people anyway. Phoenix, of course. I mean, come on.
Don't start, Norbert. This is supposed to be a celebration, Norbert.
It's the most impressive model on the table. And by model, I mean sculpt.
Yeah.
So, and then you got people, trying to work out how to do Gladiator. King Black Bolt as well. I think is trying to figure out how to use him in splashing areas, I think. But that hasn't happened yet. And so the one that is obvious then as a result, which is kind of a shame because it's more about how he works within his affiliation than just him himself, although he's still quite good, is Apocalypse. My
Interesting. Yeah, okay. So let me explain my thinking here. When I'm thinking like strongest in threat, I think like they're very splashable. So like you mentioned Gorgon, Black Cat can go anywhere and do stuff. King T'Challa is great. Shang-Chi can definitely fit in anywhere.
Yeah.
So I think for me, my criteria, that disqualified Apocalypse basically.
I understood. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I have a follow up then if that's going to be.
Yeah, go on, hit me.
Yeah. Then it's going to be Hulk.
He's done it! He's done it, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Hulk. Yeah,
it's Hulk.
I had to.
Yeah. Strongest 6th threat is Hulk.
Yes!
I mean, he's just incredible, right? He generates 3 power a turn. He's completely self-efficient, so he just goes anywhere. You just put him anywhere, and he does work.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, and it's the kind of work that earns you points rather than killing things, and that's the part. That's the thing that people. You have to get over the fact, even though he's got big muscles, it's not about punching stuff so much. Or if you punch him and do no damage, that's fine. As long as you get the wild, you're fine. Because it's all about throwing things. Yeah,
he's the best control piece for 6th threat. I think.
Yeah,
because once you get into these higher threats as well, like basically a 6th threat needs to be better than 2 3 threats, right? Or a 4 or 2. So a 6th threat needs to bring more than like 4 actions could. Yeah, and Hulk definitely does that, right? Because he at minimum he's throwing someone, right? That's 1 VP swing or 2 VP swing there. He's throwing someone for secure. Then he's doing a punch, hopes for a wild, and pushes you. Then he's doing another punch, maybe push. So he could displace 3 characters. He can also do a stagger, and then like late game or like if he's got 3 hammers on him, then he does become a killy piece. He's just super flexible, very reactive, and he just gives your opponent a massive question of is this a game where you're going to kill Hulk or not? Yeah, and you have to decide in round 1 or 2.
That's a really good point. Yeah, because you have to commit to one path or the other, or else it's not going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. The one time I nearly beat Pat Dunford ever was I got his Hulk down to 1 health left.
Oh no!
Yeah, so that he then activated and killed my entire team. But Pat said himself, if I'd got him, I'd have won. So that's the Hulk problem, right? It's the big Hulk problem. Can you do 20 damage?
Should you have gotten him? Like, was there a decent chance it was a Hail Mary?
No, I had a decent chance. I think I was playing X-Force, who are quite good at killing Hulk. I just got a little unlucky and couldn't quite push through enough damage. So
still the same. And I told you my old story. I'll remind people about it. About how when this game first released in the before times, it was the core box and the 2 side boxes that came with that were released with the core box were Hulk and MODOK 1.
Yeah,
and Hulk's box got bought up. Or you couldn't find a Hulk box anywhere, right? Meanwhile, it was MODOK 1 who was actually the monster on the table, and he was the one that was winning games for everybody. But Hulk, he's one of the OGs.
And like a lot of models for back, well, not a lot, but some models back from those days, they've grown dust.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was thinking about Captain Marvel this morning. Like original crossbones. Like they don't hold up well in today's game, but Hulk does. He did get buffed. Towards the beginning.
He needs to be fixed. Yeah.
But still, he's great. He's just good. It's just good. And also, like not a lot of new players. Hopefully, a lot of new players listening to this because it's around Christmas. Maybe you just got the starter sets. And you're wondering, what do I buy next? A Hulk purchase is a very good purchase. Like he works everywhere, and it's Hulk. If you're coming to play a Marvel game, you want to play Hulk. So he just fits anywhere. So you're never going wrong by playing Hulk. To be honest.
Nope. Okay.
Cool. All right. Actually, sorry, quickly on that one on the contenders. I just want to shout out Hulkbuster.
Oh, I know.
A much underplayed character, but we recently got changes to the collision damage.
Yes,
and his leadership makes collision damage 1 less. So you're now when someone's throwing something at you, you're now trying to block. So if you bring in damage reduction characters, so like you've got Luke Cage, who's affiliated, I played against Leon, who did a whole damage reduction Avengers, which was Hulkbuster and like Gwenpool and Luke Cage, and it was really cool actually. If you're playing those characters, suddenly you're just dodging 1 damage per collision,
Yeah.
So that leadership's looking pretty good these days.
Yeah. I don't agree with that. I mean, I don't disagree with that.
Cool. So now we're on to unscripted territory, Norbert, because I didn't pick a winner for this. So strongest 7 threat.
Yeah, 7 and 8. Let's say 7 and 8.
You want to combine them?
Yeah, just combine them because it's just such a small category. I didn't realize this. I think it's because Thanos isn't listed here, but Thanos usually has gems, so he would be an 8 threat typically.
Yeah.
And so we have Dormammu, Malekith, the Immortal Hulk, Hulk, and the new guy, Adam Warlock. So this is a tricky category because, Thanos, I think we talked about, he got broken even with his gems, so he's out. Adam Warlock's brand new. He's actually unreleased, so he's not even in the picture.
See you next year, Adam Warlock.
Yeah. Dormammu just got buffed, and I think those buffs have actually helped a lot with him.
Hugely,
He was getting a lot of play. Well, a lot. He was getting much more play even before the buffs happened. He was getting like this creeping underground of fandom. Mm-hmm. He's kind of like the punk rock of MCP.
Yeah.
But now he's had a producer come in and kind of polish up the sound a little bit, made it a little sugary.
Quincy Jones has gone to the dark dimension and he's sorted him out. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think he's going to blow up. And then you've got iHulk, who initially part of the year was all over the place and causing havoc with his throws and everything. If you thought normal Hulk throws, wait till you see iHulk. My God. Mm-hmm. Although that's kind of gone away quite a bit. He's just walked. I don't know what happened. He's just kind of become less popular, maybe because of Crisis changes. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I still think that Immortal Hulk under Blade is still fantastic. Yeah. He needs that, but he doesn't need. He does need the bump. The bump makes Immortal Hulk worth 7 threat, if you ask me, because it helps him get around a bit. So yeah, splashing iHulk is less good, but him under Blade, I think, is terrifying. It's the one thing that I am really scared of in MCP.
Mm-hmm. But then Malekith, again, kind of like Red Skull 3, he got nerfed. Okay, immediately that sets off a whole segment of nerddom who says no.
Well, yeah, you want to talk about, this episode's been about characters that get nerfed and then not played, right? I think Malekith is a great example of that, right?
Yeah.
He was ridiculous when he first came out, and he's been nerfed twice.
Yeah.
But I think he's still great.
I know.
Am I crazy for thinking that?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know why but I think it's the same problem as Red Skull 3. He just does his job. And he's not flashy about it, and so maybe people don't like it. Plus, he got nerfed. He's got the taint of nerfdom on him.
I would say that if you are newish to the game and you never saw original Malekith, you should try him out. And I think you'll play him and be like, "This guy is amazing," because you don't know what he was. That's a good thing. I never played Dr. Voodoo when he was crazy good. So when I play him now, I'm like, this character is one of the best in the game. I don't have that kind of memory of what he was. So I think Malekith's great. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and good leadership. Really good leadership.
There is an interesting story about Malekith, actually, which I should tell. It's a bit negative for our award show.
This is a lore master?
No, not lore. No,
okay.
Although I did appreciate Schick basically telling me off in our AMG interview when I said, I basically was making the argument that I think Thanos and Hulk should be powerful, but characters like Malekith showing up and being really strong, I think is really lame. And he shouted at me saying something about how he conquered the 7 realms or whatever from the comics. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. Thematically, maybe he should be this strong. Okay, I don't know who Malekith is. But I think that, my whole thing with Malekith is, I lived through the Malekith era, so did you. We lived through the Cosmic Ghost Rider era. But the story that's coming to mind is that up north in the UK, there's a big Shatterpoint community. Lots of people play Shatterpoint. It's doing really well up there. The London community is slightly smaller for Shatterpoint. And there are some naysayers out there that say the reason the Shatterpoint community is doing so well up north is because of Malekith. Because apparently Malekith released, the really strong, overly powered one, and completely broke the MCP community, and people stopped playing and never came back. Is the story, which is a shame, obviously, because we're still playing MCP and we love it. But there are some people in the north of England that will say that Malekith killed MCP for them.
Oh dear. Oh well. Yeah. I think it'd be fun. I think probably the biggest thing holding him back now is his 7th threat. It's a lot to pay for.
It's a lot. And in a world where we don't really see 3 wide anymore, right? Mm-hmm. That used to be a big thing. Going 3 wide was really strong, so you could take these big threat monsters. And I'm not sure why. Maybe it's Thanos being gone, but you don't really see that very often anymore.
Yeah. So on this list, I am going to use my Wayback Machine in my head and say it was actually iHulk is the award for 2025.
All right, there you go. Well, I don't have a winner for this. You came up with this award on the fly, so there you go. You've given it to iHulk. Hey!
Congrats, iHulk.
Congrats, iHulk. I agree with that. I completely agree with that. Yeah,
okay,
he's the one thing I'm really scared of in MCP. Everything else I feel like is an interesting puzzle to get around, but Immortal Hulk, I cannot.
It's just like incessant throws. And he can get anywhere he wants to start throwing you. It's just horrific.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I agree with that. All right, cool. So next award.
Yeah, what is it?
Back to my schedule. So the next award, we're getting out of the sweaty weeds now.
Okay.
We're getting a bit more fun. We're going to get a bit more lighthearted now. Okay, Norbert, you ready?
Best sculpt of the year.
Oh, you've just given me another idea.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
Okay, fine. Let's do that. Before I get on to mine, best sculpt. of the
I
year.
have to do release date then. By release date, go
Jarvis
back into
Protocol really
Jarvis
can do everything, can't it?
Yeah, isn't that right? Great.
Wow.
Okay, and I want to look at it from this direction. Okay, cool. Right. Oops, sorry. There we are. So, I'll start from the bottom up. So this can't be right. What I'm trying to find where the beginning of 2020. I'm going to list a character, and you tell me if it was in 2025, and see if is Weapon X out this year?
I think so.
This thing doesn't say. Oops. Weapon X was out this year. I don't remember. It's hard to say now.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I think Apocalypse was last year.
Thor 2, for instance, was not this summer. It was last summer.
Yeah,
right.
And Apocalypse was last year. So Apocalypse was 2024.
So Lady Jane, maybe Lady Jane. Last year.
You're way behind. Yeah, you're way behind because that's Halloween. It's all the Mephisto guys.
Yes, and Dracula.
Year. That was it. This year started with Man-Thing and Elsa.
Man-Thing and Elsa. Okay, cool, perfect. Well done. Okay, so we've got Man-Thing, Elsa. So we're looking at sculpts so far.
Yes.
Okay, so I can tell you, Man-Things just stands out so nicely.
Yeah, beautiful model.
Beautiful model. It's different from the rest of them, because it's not a humanoid type thing, or it's a human type thing. So it's different, and so it's a nice refresher.
Yeah, and also as someone that doesn't paint, right? I think that also Man-Thing, it seems to encourage all the painters. Like the good painters, like I'm thinking our producer, who painted an amazing Man-Thing, an award-winning Man-Thing, and Archie Cable from Cable's Conquest. Yeah. His Man-Thing wins prizes all the time. Like it just seems to be whoever is good at painting is exceptional at painting Man-Thing.
Yeah, agreed. Elsa Bloodstone, I just want to do an honorable mention with her because somebody else had the same experience with me where she doesn't seem terribly interesting when you just prime her up. But when you paint her, suddenly she becomes like really interesting and it really pops somehow for some reason. So a nice one. Gladiator stands out as a really interesting sculpt. I just love the way he hovers.
Yeah, that's a really cool sculpt for someone who's, just another strong dude who flies. I think Gladiator is a great example of a strong dude that flies. The sculpt looking amazing. It's really cool. Yeah.
Exodus has this gravitas to him. Yeah. Just because of how he's flying, but at the same time, very rigid and kind of like just in control of the situation is the way I get out of him. So I like him as well. Looking through sculpts here. I mean, there are a lot of sculpts. I'm trying to find
fun shout out to Spider-Ham. Kind of cute sculpt.
Sure,
bit different.
Definitely well executed. Let's say.
Yeah. I want to see someone play a list that is like Deadpool, Spider-Ham, Nightcrawler, and Gwenpool with all the comic book poses.
Yeah,
with like the little sound effects coming out. It's kind of cute.
So I'm on the fence about Phoenix because it is definitely an impressive sculpt. But am I being overwhelmed by just the big flaming wings, whereas the actual, the figure itself amongst the wings isn't as impressive, or am I overthinking it?
I mean, I'm the wrong person to ask, right?
What do you mean?
I'm completely biased. I'm not a painter, and I'm biased for Phoenix, and I really like that. This is a weird thing to like, but I like that her arm goes into the fire, and then the hand comes out of the fire.
It's
really cool.
Absolutely.
So I love Phoenix. Yeah, that would be my vote personally.
Yeah, you think so? But you're saying you just like Phoenix is the problem.
Well, yeah. I mean, any great Jean Grey sculpt in any game will get my vote.
I'm trying to think about some of the Spider people, the new Spider people that came out aside from Spider-Ham. What do you think?
I mean, hey, listen, I like Spider-Man and all those guys, but they're all just variants of Spider-Man, right? They're all just little spindly guys on lampposts, which is cool, but that is what they are. The Ultimate Spider-Man is pretty cool, jumping through the lightning. It's pretty rad.
Yeah, it's the Ultimate in the Prowler. Yeah, I mean, these are all good sculpts, believe me. I'm trying to narrow it down to one. The best sculpt. I feel I'm attracted to. I was gonna say Gladiator, but now I'm looking at Man-Thing again. I want to say Gladiator, but no, I'm going to go with Man-Thing. Man-Thing is the most impressive sculpt of the year.
Man-Thing, there you go. I love that because also it's a bit different. Yeah, it's not like just lots of lightning, lots of fire. It's like Man-Thing is just a good, solid sculpt, right?
Yes, exactly. And you could do so much with it, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm really persuaded. Yeah, good. I feel like it's a little bit of an easy out because he's so different from your typical character, which are all human type of looking people. But screw it. This is art. I can say what I like.
Yeah. Yeah, I think also like posing is a thing that people talk about a lot, right? Like there are some people that are complaining about Echo's pose, and like we can easily complain about Wolverine's pose in this game. And Man-Thing isn't really doing a pose.
No.
Right? He's just stood there, but it's just a good looking model. Like it's interesting textures. And like I say, it encourages good painters. Like all the best painters we know have an amazing, Man-Thing model that is painted. And I think that's great.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's right. It's just all the little. It's cool. All the vegetation has lots of little Easter eggs basically in it that you can do fun stuff with. So
and a cool base too. They're doing something interesting with the base because he's got lots of dirt and the column. I'd love to see more of that.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay. Cool.
Look at that. Best sculpt, Man-Thing. Congrats.
Yay!
All right. Next award. Most fun to play. Now this is me.
Yeah.
Remember, so if you disagree, I'm sorry, but this is my award show.
Obviously, it's Weapon X. Then the affiliation.
Weapon X. Oh, God no, that wasn't fun at all. So, you know what though? Weapon X, the character, is a contender.
Oh yeah. I agree.
Because his healthy side, the healthy side of Weapon X is a contender because it's that interesting game of like, oh, I'm gonna charge onto a secure, and then I die, and then his injured side kind of is less fun. But
it is a little less fun. I just feel like if he rewards putting work into him.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I mean, tell me yours. Who do you most enjoy playing with?
Okay, as a character.
Yeah, character.
Well, recently it was Mephisto.
That's very good, actually. Yeah,
because of just how much variety he could do, like the different types of things he can do, and also the fact you couldn't just throw him into stuff like Herpaderp. You had to actually think about it.
Yeah. Also, his tactics cards, which I know aren't optimal to play, right? But his tactics cards are exactly what I wanted from a Mephisto being in this game.
For sure,
they're not competitive, but they are very fun.
I'll disagree with you just slightly insofar as I think they're actually good cards. It's just that where he finds himself in, there are other affiliation cards that are even stronger is the problem, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so they're actually quite good. It's just that he's in one of those unfortunate situations where there are other things that are just uber. And so they get lost as a result.
Yeah.
I like that because of all the different stuff he could do.
Nice. I actually think that we should split this into Norbert's most fun to play and my most fun to play. Because fun to play is very subjective, right?
Yeah, I was trying to think about you, and I'm trying not to just, choose the most broken thing, because that's not you.
Yeah. So do you think your award then for most fun to play goes to Mephisto?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Nice.
Because, I mean, it definitely is trending towards what I like. I mean, he does do work. He's sweaty. But he, like I said, you have to actually put stuff into him to make him work. And he's got a lot of different choices that are really interesting to make. I also liked CGR for that point of view. A little bit more now that he's immersed, so you don't feel like an idiot playing him. But because if he flips when he goes psychotic or when he's not psychotic, you have to play him quite differently. And I like that kind of decision making when it came to him, because you could be just in a really crappy place on the board for one side, and if that side comes up, like if he becomes not psychotic, what do you do? How do you fix him? And so that's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. Nice. Okay, cool. Well, I'm keeping all these, by the way, for next year. So we can redo this. So
yeah, but what's yours then?
So mine. Okay, so I'll shout out my contenders first. So X23 is no surprise to anyone. I've played her more than any other model in the game. I'd argue I've probably played her more than any other player has in the game. I'll lay that gauntlet down.
Is that a new Longshanks poll that you're gonna, or request that you're gonna put in? Like who's played the most character?
Yeah. God, can you imagine how horrible that'd be? After each game, you have to put in your roster. Your squad, that'd be horrible. But I think I'm saying it with some confidence there. X23, I've played the most. Anyway, very fun. The kind of frenzy trigger makes her very fun. Weapon X I've already mentioned. I actually think Maverick is up there for me. Maverick is super fun, especially into Dracula, which we've talked about in other episodes. Hilarious. There's some hilarious stuff you can do with him. And people don't take him seriously, and then he'll have a good game, and suddenly he's really fun. Yep. But my winner for most fun to play character of this year, this will surprise you, because it's not a mutant.
Oh, does surprise me, actually, yeah.
It's Carnage.
Huh. Okay. I could see that being for you. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Trying to get the most out of that guy.
Sometimes he just does 4 attacks a turn.
Yeah.
With Carnage rules. And I'm looking forward to playing Spider Foes sometime soon. And I'll play him with.
You should play Spider Foes. I think that is a good faction for you.
Yeah.
Especially the Trap House type.
I'm going to. Once I'm done with all this mutant campaign I'm on. But yeah, Carnage, I think his buffs were amazing because he's basically, when I play Carnage, it feels like you'll appreciate this, you're American. It feels like a baseball swing. Like I'm really going for that home run and I might just miss, And some games he just does nothing, right? Yeah. Some games he's just displaced and he's doing a couple of 5 dice attacks and he achieves nothing. But then 1 in 4 games, he's doing Sadistic Glee, he's doing Paint a Town Red, he's doing Carnage rules, he's killing 3 people in a turn, he heals completely, like amazing. So yeah, really fun. As long as you go in knowing that Carnage is he's a big swing and sometimes it's a no ding,
Yeah, got it. Totally get it. And like I said, he can wipe out a whole board of certainly weenies. I mean, oh my God, they don't stand a chance if he pops off. So usually, trying to engineer that to happen is the fun part for you, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. And I loved playing him next to Weapon X because they're both characters that you have to deal with before they get a turn. Mm-hmm. So people would usually hit Weapon X, they do 3 or 4 damage to him, and then they'll go to hit him again, and I'll sacrifice it onto Carnage. And that's both characters that, want the power and can then potentially heal off the damage. So that was really fun when that pulled off. So yeah, there you go. Most fun to play character for me, Carnage.
Okay, cool.
All right, next award. Most hated team tactics card. And now this is based on my conversations that I have with people at events.
Okay. Well, most hated, interesting, because there's some that are just staples that people kind of just resign themselves to exist, which is like Brace. But I also include Recal in there.
Interesting.
Yeah, because Recal, you'd be like you nailed it. You got the game under control because of what you just rolled, and then Recal shows up and just completely undoes it.
Yeah, I'm playing a lot of Apocalypse at the moment, and I'm really upsetting people with it because he has two recals. And it's you finally got a good attack into me. Well, I'm going to recal that.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And then, of course, then you on the other side of the equation is when it doesn't do anything for you. You're like,
I've recaled and then died anyway. That's horrible.
So, but I don't think those infuriate. I think the more infuriating kind are things like Eye in the Sky or similar, where you were about to do something and it just denies you the ability to do the thing that you're so excited to do.
Spider Tracker is a big one of those, right?
Spider Tracker, yep.
Yeah. I got them. I finally got them. I caught the webs in round 4, and then you move and they Spider Tracker, and the whole turn's ruined. Yeah. Horrible.
So I feel it's like those ones because you forget about them and then they show up and mess up your day.
Yeah.
Who's the winner?
The winner of most hated team tactics card based on conversations Jamie's had at events is Terra Genesis.
Oh, of course. Why didn't I think about that? Yeah, naturally. I know.
The most complained about card I've ever heard about.
Yeah, it is really pretty obnoxious. It'd be, it's the VP part of it.
Yeah,
I it's actually a pretty nice thematic card that causes damage. I like that idea.
Yeah, I love the theme of it. I completely love the theme of it, yeah.
Yeah, but why is it, also give you 2 VPs? Like, for what? What's the, lore reason for that?
Yeah. I mean, I guess the lore reason is, Inhumans, Terra Genesis is they're turning civilians into Inhumans, right?
Right.
So
they're
VP
winning.
So they're winning. They're getting their overall, outside of the crisis they're currently dealing with, their overall agenda is to get more Inhumans, I guess.
Okay.
So that's cool. But it's the fact that it deals damage and it has to daze them, and then you score 2 VPs. So this isn't just a score 2 VPs card. This is a potentially 3 to 4, 5 VP swing. Because say that character stood on a secure with you, you're dazing them. That's a win. You're making them drop the extract, so they've lost a VP, and you're probably going to pick it up. So that's another VP swing. They're no longer on the secure, so you've got that, and then you score 2 VPs. It's so backbreaking. It's ridiculous. And I'm not one of those people that wants it banned because I agree with you. I think the lore is great. I think the thematics is great. It only works on civilians, which I think is really cool.
Yeah. Just dump the VP part of it.
I agree. It's still a crazy card, right? Because you're basically dazing someone and then getting their extract. That's a great card. It's still an every game card. Lose the VPs. You don't need the VPs. You're already scoring 2 VPs with this card.
Yeah, precisely. So, cool. All right. Yep. Thanks for correcting me on that one. That is definitely annoying.
You seem annoyed that you didn't think of that. Special shout outs here as well. Spider Tracker, which we mentioned. Brothers in Arms, which has now been banned.
Yeah,
but that card got a lot of hate, right? It was just ridiculous.
God. It was so dumb.
Yeah, and it is a perfect, Brothers in Arms is a perfect example of when a new box comes out, it's not just the contents of the box that you need to look at. Because the reason Brothers in Arms, it's been around since day one, right? Or early, since Bay Ray Bill was released years ago.
Yeah.
And the reason it was so good is because it adds dice to energy attacks. And old Thor and old Bay Ray Bill don't really do that. They don't really do energy attacks, not big ones. But then new Thor came out and he has had a 7 dice energy builder, which then went up to a 10 dice builder. It was just ridiculous. And it was a card that had been in the game for years. So yeah, always worth looking back at those team up cards. And then another one that's worth shouting out is All Webbed Up. So I really like All Webbed Up in the old like Miles Morales led, spiders. I think that's quite cool and thematic. They get to like thwip and everyone's slow round 3 and they can run away and try and win. But with the new Webs models, it's actually silly. It's like Ultimate Miles and Silk, getting extra dice on their attacks is crazy.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's going over the top, you're saying?
Yeah. Okay. Now it's the same thing we're seeing with All According to Plan, which is a great card, perfectly viable and balanced under like a Kingpin-led Crisis Crims. But when it's used as an attrition tool to steal priority is just rude.
Yeah. Okay. I'm with you on that.
So, I'd like to see, if AMG are listening, I'd like to see All According to Plan become a Kingpin card. Because it's just nice and fun and great and shouldn't be used as an attrition tool, Cool. All right. Next award. Okay, here, you ready for this, Norbert?
Okay.
I'm ready. Now, this one, we have a special guest coming in to present the award. Okay.
Ooh.
So this is the award for most useless piece of plastic. And it is being presented by the defending champion who won it last year, even though we didn't run it last year. The defending champion, which is Miss Marvel's embiggened form.
Yeah, that's a good one. That is a pretty good one, which is really sad.
Such a cool model, such a cool character, and it's on the board for like 10 seconds at a time.
Yeah. Cheerleads from the side.
Yeah, super bad. They need to change that. Just make it a transform. It'll be great. It'll be awesome. So anyway, so Miss Marvel's embiggened form is here to present the award.
Okay.
So I'm not going to ask you your opinion because I think it's pretty obvious where I'm going to go with this.
I know what the opinion is. I know exactly what the answer is here.
So the winner for most useless piece of plastic presented by Miss Marvel's embiggened form is the second Phoenix Unleashed construct.
The second one. I thought
No. Specifically the second one.
Okay. Yeah.
So for those that don't know, Phoenix Unleashed does some stuff where they can do an attack and a construct goes down, and then they can do an attack off that construct, which is great because you can do the perfect beam, although it's less relevant now because beams don't hurt friends, but you could do the perfect beam from it, but then it's destroyed once you finish the attack. So you basically only ever have one construct out at once. So when I played my 50 games with Phoenix this year, I used the second construct as a round timer.
Oh, man. Hey, can I ask you, does the new Sentinel Mark IV, is he able to crush that piece under his feet?
That's a good question, because they can't crush Magneto's constructs.
Exactly. But I think this is far more pertinent for Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
Because of how often she uses these things. She wouldn't want to get crushed by a big old stompy robot.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm going to look at the card. I don't think it says anything about overlapping. It just says place a construct at a flame pillar. It's not even a construct. I've been calling it constructs, but I think
is it not though? I think that kind of thing is one, but maybe not.
It's just called a flame pillar. It's a size 1 interaction.
Is this another nerf to Phoenix?
As I said, every rules question I have for Phoenix ends up ruling not in her favor. I think it's happened again. So it just says it's size 1 terrain. So Sentinels can just stamp on it. Yes.
Oh, they stamp out her flame. I'm like a cigarette on the floor. Like, who put this here? Stomp, stomp, stomp.
Yeah. Put that out.
Extinguishing.
Put that out right now. Send that back to the round timer.
It just never gets better.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Yeah. Anyway, so there you go. The award for most useless piece of plastic is Phoenix's second construct. And that's me being polite. Because it could have been both of them.
Yeah, I am actually quite shocked by that. Yeah. Okay.
All right, there you go. Okay, Norbert, here is... so this award is sponsored. This is sponsored by Norbert's Whiskey.
Oh, okay, yep.
The finest whiskey.
Courtesy of the Patreons. Thank you, all of my Patreons this year who've kept me plied with the finest of whiskeys.
Yeah, there you go. I've got an axe to grind with you on that, by the way. I asked a good friend of ours recently why they're not a patron of ours, and they said they didn't want to fund your whiskey habit. So I think you're putting people off becoming patrons.
The evangelical side of the game has been completely shut off by my awful ways. Well, maybe that'll change. Maybe that'll be a 2026 thing.
Yeah, New Year's resolution. There you go.
Yeah.
Cool. So this is the award sponsored by Norbert's Whiskey. This is the award for Best CP Box Number.
Okay, we've gotten to it. This is why, in the award shows, the biggest awards are always the ones at the end. So I feel like the CP one is in the right spot.
We're not even halfway through, Norbert.
Oh my God.
We've got a lot more awards to get through.
Maybe I should get some whiskey.
Yeah.
I need a refill. Okay, the best CP number. Now, is it for release this year, right?
I don't know if it's this year. We're just going to say best CP box number ever.
Mm-hmm. Oh, ever?
So far.
Oh, I know the answer. It is Mephisto's.
Yes,
666.
It is. It's double six. It's CP66, but close enough.
Oh man, that was such a great. And I swear, AMG thinks it says that it was just. By which number came where, but just in numerical order as the models came out.
This was so right in the middle of the midst of me not agreeing that anyone cares about CP box numbers.
Yeah,
that was when we were at UK Games Expo and we were having a drink with Will Schick. And I was like, right, we finally got Will Schick with us and we can ask him some off-the-record questions. What should we ask him? And then Norbert butts in like, hey, was it intentional that Mephisto is CP66? And Schick told us that I think it was like they had like naturally landed around like 64 for Mephisto. And they were like, oh, let's just nudge it back a couple. Let's make it 66. So it is intentional.
Oh, man, that is pretty good. So yeah, definitely great choice for the award for 2025.
Cool. There you go. Best box number ever. Right, next award. Best designed affiliation.
Ooh, okay. Interesting. Let me call it the affiliation reference here on Jarvis's protocol. And best is, Apocalypse, clearly. Servants of the Apocalypse. Clearly.
What makes you say that?
Because of how interconnected the leadership ability is with the various horseman abilities, and his characters all are very difficult choices to make as to which ones to pick onto your team, and then which of the horseman abilities to assign to them, and then how he needs to work with them to get the most out of him. That I feel is just such a nicely interwoven affiliation as a result.
I agree. Any other contenders for you?
Yes, I think for best designed affiliation. Let's see.
I'd shout out while you're thinking. I'd shout out Thralls of Dracula. I know it's another one of those everyone's affiliations, but I think that's a good thing with Dracula because he's just turned them into vampires. It feels pretty cool and thematic.
And also he doesn't break the game like Hellfire Kid, even though it's got the same sort of thing. So
it's a very fair. It's a fair leadership. Yeah.
Yeah. Inhumans, I know it seems like a obvious choice, but actually the idea of being able to throw power around within 3 is not so easy to come to grips with, and I think that's really interesting kind of skill to learn when you start to play them.
I agree. Yeah.
But I like your Thralls idea.
Cool. All right. Well, actually, a quick shout out to Shield. I really like. We were joking with. I was joking with Matt Cole at the weekend, who was playing Shield, about how many banned cards end up being Shield cards, right? So like we had Medpack banned, and then it got added to Shield, and other things like Shieldmobile is a bit like climbing gear, and so. But I really like that. I think it's brilliantly thematic because Shield are mostly a bunch of dudes with guns, right? And they need to keep up with all these superheroes. There's people running around with superpowers, so they need to have all these really cool tactics cards to help them do that, and I really like that. So I love the design of Shield. Invaders, less so. That's a boring leadership. But Nick Fury led Shield, I think is brilliant. Love it. Okay, so you guessed it straight away. Best designed affiliation award goes to Apocalypse.
Yeah, and I hope we see more of them designed that way, if that's possible.
I completely agree. Yeah.
Wait, what's the next one? Sorry.
I was just going to say, it's an affiliation where you want to play fully affiliated, which is very rare in this game. So
exactly. Oh, yeah, good point. Where we have a couple of affiliations coming up next year, right?
Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah. So New Mutants didn't make it for you, huh? Not well designed.
That's a good point. Like the whole cry for help and survive the night and back off, all those abilities are very cool and really well designed. The problem is it's clearly an afterthought, right? So the leadership's just been thrown onto Magic because she's closest, but she's not a leader. Magic is like the character is just not the character. Sorry, the model in the game, like the stat card is not a leadership stat card.
Oh, I see.
Magic wants to jump into the fray and then KO. So right. I think the New Mutants, the theme is there, but the leadership's on the wrong character. And obviously we've got Mirage coming in the new year. Who's going to bring some more stuff to New Mutants? Maybe there's a card or two in there that help them. Maybe the affiliation list will change. How many times have I moaned about Honey Badger not being affiliated? Maybe one day we'll see that. So I don't know. New Mutants, you're right. They are well designed, but they're not very strong.
Right. I think so. The characters are letting it down, but actually the construction of how the affiliation is supposed to work is actually quite interesting.
Yeah, I think if they were to design New Mutants today, they would be okay. It's the fact that they've had to retroactively fit Magic with a leadership. So that means it becomes a card, which is bad. And she isn't a good leader. If they were to errata the New Mutants leadership to be pick Magic or Mirage to have this, that changes everything for me. So, yeah. Cool.
Well,
all right.
Can we have a Patreon break so I can partake in that whiskey that they bought me?
You want to go get a whiskey?
Yeah, I think I might actually.
All right, cool.
There's more in the show. So.
Yeah, we're probably we're close. We're close. Don't worry. Let's go get a drink. All right.
Okay. All right. Cool. One finger. That's it.
All right, we're back. We're back from our break. Are you whiskeyed up, Norbert?
Yeah. Cheers, everyone. Thank you for the lovely year. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Norbert. Let's take a moment. Let's have a little ad break. Okay. I've had a great time recording this podcast with you for the last year.
Oh, absolutely, dude. It was completely. I didn't know what to expect. I thought it'd be fun and everything, but it really has been a highlight of my week every time that we record. So thank you for that.
It's been great. And it's made me love the game a lot more, have a lot more fun, laugh at myself a lot, laugh with you. And I've loved it. It's great, Friends should tell each other that they appreciate each other more often. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you as well, especially putting up with all my nonsense. So thank you.
It's been a pain. It's been a real long year.
It's been a real slog.
The real slog. The real work on this podcast is putting up with Norbert. All right, cool. And in that vein, actually, that is a beautiful segue into our next award, okay? Are you ready for this? Now, the next award is for the biggest C-bomb dropped on Across the Bifrost.
We were told off about this.
We were. We got letters. We got letters of complaint about this.
I know. Ofcom came around and gave us a little fine.
Yeah.
So, that was early on. And I think it was warranted. It's just we were still kind of finding our way in the community and didn't realize the community audience that we had.
Yes.
So
we just assume that we just assume it's just people like us listening.
I know.
But it was people listen to it with their kids and we didn't realize that.
So that has to go, of course, to the Loki 2 episode, which is not safe for work, kind of in many instances.
Yeah. And you know what, right? how old am I? 34. And people have been trying to stop me from swearing my whole life. And it's never worked. This is the first thing that stopped me from swearing. I've done quite a good job at not swearing on this podcast. I'm very impressed with myself.
Wow. Your producer has helped you along in that.
Yes. No, done very well. And also, it's worth noting that whenever we press record on these episodes, we get like a 5-second countdown, and it's become tradition for the last 6 or 7 months to just shout the C word at each other to get it out of our system.
As much as possible, as loud as possible.
Yeah, we just scream it. So just so you know, before every time you hear Norbert say, "Welcome back to another episode of podcast," like a second before that, we just shouted the C word at each other. every single episode.
It's also, it finds its way in a lot of our written work as well. That's behind the scenes.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, thank you for helping us to be better people.
Yeah. So, yeah, listen to Loki 2 episode.
To hear the last time that we swore. Yeah. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
The next award, before we start swearing again. The next award is Best Sportsmanship. Ooh.
Why would you ask me to judge this? I don't have any.
Oh, I should have worse sportsmanship as you. But we're not going to do that. It's a celebration of the year, Norbert.
Okay.
Best sportsmanship. So I'm gonna present the winner, and you're going to explain why. Okay? Because I think you're better at doing this. Okay.
Okay.
So
sure.
The award for best sportsman this year goes to Toast.
Yes, Toast. He is that situation that happened at the WTC exemplifies what the word sportsman is all meant to be. Okay, because the idea behind sportsman. Let's try to remember what it means. It means that you're there to play your hardest within the confines of the game. It is not about winning. Your goal is to win, but to win at all costs, especially in terms of cheating, which is the ultimate negative aspect of this, is pointless. It's just pointless because you haven't won anything then. And so the sportsmanship award goes to Toast because he... there was a misunderstanding about the end of the game and about how scoring happened. And when
Against,
that was...
Joe Manji, we should shout out Joe Manji as well.
Joe Manji, who was also trying to play as clean a game as possible. And when he found out that this was the case, he recognized it straight away and realized what had happened. And he could have just made a fuss and taken the win and maybe forced the judges to come into it and make it be a real tainted situation. But he said, nope, that makes perfect sense. The game stays still intact. There's no reason that we can't continue. So let's continue and play this game out properly. And he did, and ended up losing as a result. So, but I think his head. Let's see what happened as a result. Because in this world lately, with politicians in particular, winning at all costs. No, I'm serious. Winning at all costs. It's all that matters. It's just the win. What did he win as a result of losing this game? First of all, the entire community's respect. Everybody has respected him for this and said so publicly. He is now even more well known than before because of this thing. So, if this were like for real, like sport, like with money involved, his sponsorships opportunities would have gone through the roof. His popularity would have gone through the roof. People would recognize the high level of gameplay that he had. And that he's so confident in his own abilities that he's not willing to just take a cheap win. He's going to take the win as solidly as possible. I mean, all this is now added to him. Like, let's think about that, Jimmy. If he were a professional athlete, let's say, and something similar happened, it would be all upside for him, even though he technically lost the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
So good call on that one.
Well said. Norbert.
Yeah. Second best sportsman is the entire legion of players who played against me all year. Thank you.
Now, I highly recommend this. When you play Norbert, he will put down a salt shaker as the round timer, and every time he's salty, pick up the salt shaker and throw it at him. And that's what I've started doing, and it helps him calm down.
Or just maybe not throw. You could sprinkle it. Pretend sprinkling it. The salt all over the table.
Yeah. We played a game of Legion yesterday. Norbert and I are getting into Legion, and we played a little intro game yesterday. And like the first 2 dice rolls, we got super salty, and I was like, "What are we doing? This is a new game. Why are we complaining about this?" But you diced me on that game.
I did definitely dice you, and I won because of that. But I will point out my very, very, very first roll of Legion ever was 5 dice, all of which came up blank. They were 5 blanks. And you laughed at me. How dare you?
Yeah, that was good. It was a very Norbert roll. Actually, it's in a similar vein. So I've started playing Middle-earth again, right? A little bit, very casually. I'm not very good at it. But Middle-earth is in a new edition right now. And my main problem with Middle-earth last year, the previous edition, was that Legolas didn't feel like the film. Like Legolas, you see Lord of the Rings, he's killing people every arrow, like 2 a second. He's just murdering people. In Middle-earth, he's not so good, and it wasn't that good. But basically, he got buffed in the latest edition, So I'm now playing Legolas, and I went to a shop the other day to play someone, and they were like, "Oh, cool, you're playing Legolas. You're gonna love it. He's so good." And the store owner came up to me and was like, "Oh, I see you're playing Middle Earth again. What are you playing?" I said Legolas, and he was like, "Oh, that's really cool." I was like, "Great, can't wait to play Legolas." I swear, I'm not joking. I swear, the first roll, he shoots 3 arrows a turn, right? And he hits on everything except a 1, and I rolled 3 ones. I was like, it actually can't get any worse than that. That is literally the worst possible thing. So my experience with Legolas has been, stunted for a bit, but let's see how it goes. Anyway, cool. So yes, well done, Toast. Best Sportsmanship Award, very, very much deserved. See you next year at the next WTC.
Be like Toast. Be a sportsman.
Yes, there you go. Cool. All right. So the next award. You're going to like this one, Norbert. I got a guest judge in for this one. Oh. This is the official Across the Bifrost 2025 awards for Pat Dunford's It's Fine Award.
Okay. I think this needs set up for newer listeners on the show.
Yes. Hit us up.
Okay. Yeah. So Patrick, of course, Pat Dunford and TT were the original hosts for the show and did it for many years. And Patrick is always a very positive person when it comes to life in general, but also when it comes to his games. He's also British, so he likes to be polite and straightforward. So anytime they would review a character, if it was a horrific character, the worst you would get out of Patrick was, it's fine. He's fine. And the longer he would pronounce the word fine is the worse that character was. So if it was fine, it was actually not so bad. But if it was, it's fine. You're like, do not buy that box. Put that box right back on the shelf.
Yeah.
Step away from the box.
Yeah, there you go. So I reached out to Pat and I said, I need you to give us some winners. Oh no, a winner for the It's Fine Award. Now I think Pat maybe isn't aware of the meme as much himself. So he gave me some models that he actually thinks are fine. So that's in the word fine. So actually, I'll give you the quote. He said, "Totally playable, entirely unexciting."
Right. Okay. So fine in the most literal sense of the word, not the British layer of contempt that is added.
Yeah. He means actually fine. So the totally playable, entirely unexciting award. And he also, true Pat Dunford style, refused to give me one winner. So this is a joint award. So
okay.
Two people get this. But I will help you in that they are in the same box.
Oh. Okay. Wow, a whole box that's just fine. Yikes.
Well, they might not be the whole box. I'm giving away something. Yeah, so it's 2 characters in a box of 3 that was released this year.
Okay. All right. So 1 winner and 2 fines.
Yeah. What do you think? Any guesses, or do you want me to just tell you?
No, I thought you were giving me a pool to pick from. No.
Let's just look at all the boxes that were released this year.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So we're talking, we've got the spider boxes, so like Silk, Spider Ham.
No, those are good.
Yeah, you think those are good?
I think those are good.
Inhumans, right, came with King Black Bolt, Maximus, Gorgon, Karnak.
Yeah, no, that's good too.
The Defenders box, Ronin, Tigra, and Echo.
Oh, those are quite good too.
The Brotherhood box, so Avalanche, Lady Mastermind, Exodus.
Oh, I think we might have found a winner. You can keep going. I'm going to let you finish. But
I think that's all the box. I mean, there's another box like the Gladiator box. there is the Elsa and Man Thing box. Yeah.
Sure, but not 3 player. I'm going to say it's that Brotherhood box.
Oh, okay. So which 2 characters in there are totally playable and entirely unexciting according to Pat Dunford?
So is Avalanche, who else?
Exodus and Lady Marmalade? Lady Marmalade? Lady Mastermind.
Yeah. I think it's Lady Mastermind and Avalanche are fine.
You think Lady Mastermind's fine?
Well, the problem is, all right, look, on paper, if you look at her, she's not that impressive. It's the fact that she can use other people's attacks that is impressive, right? So my thought, and I was thinking about this the other day because I really wanted to play her because of this, but it really depends then on what your opponent puts down. And that's kind of out of your hands. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So you would always want to splash her in a so-called splasher onto the table only after you knew who you were playing that particular game to see if they'd have people that are worthwhile taking over.
Yeah, that's fair. But then she's also got the range 5 where she's giving out imaginary conditions, right? And then rips them off them. That's cool, right? It's interesting.
It's fine.
It's fine. I think it's cool.
She doesn't do any damage, and there's not a lot of room for support staff in this game. Is my point.
Okay, fair enough. Well, she's fine. I think she's interesting and spicy and brings something new to the game.
100%. This is why I wanted to play her. I really wanted to, but I came down to the fact that, and I could be wrong, but I feel like it's like it depends on your opponent putting down the right stuff to make her shine, and that's hard to accept in a competitive environment. Yeah. Right. So,
right. Well, I'm afraid Pat disagrees with you, but you have got the right box. So the award for Pat Dunford's It's Fine award goes to Exodus and Avalanche.
Yeah, I could totally see that. I think Exodus, to me, seems really fun and interesting, but I could see for him it's really straightforward. Whereas Lady Mastermind, for all the reasons I just said, is something that would tweak a uber savant like Pat's brain and therefore make it interesting to him. Things that are just efficient and straightforward are not interesting to Pat Dunford. It's things that are like, oh, I have to actually work at this to make this thing good. Okay, now I'm interested, and so yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah. So I pushed and pushed for him to pick one winner. He basically refused. So I said, please just pick one out of Exodus and Avalanche. Which one wins the award? And Pat said, well, Exodus has more text on his card, but also he's so similar to Cable.
Yeah.
So I think that's the winner, is Exodus. Just kind of, it's just sort of a bit of a copy and paste from Cable, like not that interesting, not that cool. Yeah. Avalanche at least has something good, which is the like size 4 push, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's Pat's leaning towards Exodus.
Okay, I can buy that.
Cool.
Great category. Love that one.
Nice. Cool. Right, here we are. We're now on to the Players' Choice Awards, Norbert.
Oh, so is this from our Discord?
It's from our Discord and our Patreon.
Our Patreons. Yeah. Our Patreons were the panelists in this.
So it was both. I split it up. As you said, I put a lot of time and effort into this to try and make this work. So the players...
Oh, wait. I want to say I played my part and I did not look at that channel that you told me not to look at.
That's a good point. I banned Norbert from that channel. I was trying to figure out how to make it so you literally couldn't on Discord. Yeah. But I think because you're like super admin, I couldn't do that. But yeah, so I just asked you and trusted you. Look at that.
And I did.
Yeah, because a year's progress.
You say I never like fun. Here I am liking fun. I wanted to be fun.
There you go. Lots of fun. All right, cool. So this is from the Across the Bifrost Discord. If you didn't get a chance to vote, that's because you suck and you're not on our Discord, and you should be. So this time next year, join our Discord and you'll be able to vote on this. We had a great turnout. 200 votes per award.
Whoa, that is impressive, actually.
I'm very happy with that.
Wow,
that's very
thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I was a little scared when I put it out that we'd get like 5 people voting. So very happy with that. Great turnout. Democracy wins this day. So Player's Choice. So this is not our patrons. This is just people on the Across the Bifrost Discord. So best 2025, the best new box release.
Ooh.
What do you think the players chose?
Okay, so I'm still looking at the list of all the characters that came out. And the best box release. Interesting.
So I'll read the candidates because this is a smaller...
I know the answer. I know the answer.
Oh, you know the answer? Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Is the Echo Prowler, Ronin box.
What makes you think that?
Let me just double check. I'm sorry that I got all the characters right because now I'm confusing myself. CP 168. There we are. Echo, Ronin, Tigra. Ooh, Tigra. Echo and Ronin though are shoo-ins for fantastic characters. Man, Echo does so much work for criminal syndicates. She just also can slot in defenders quite nicely, and she's just good. 3 threat that just does bonkers stuff. Man, it's so good. And Ronin does crazy damage. Like, what is going on with this guy? And also a nice buff for defenders as a result, but just in general, splashable. My God, he does the work. Tigra, probably is more finesse than I'm able to give her, so I'm not sure about that. But it's the first box that came to my mind because of that. The first 2 characters.
Nice, very interesting. I like it. So there's probably some controversy in the data here. Okay, let's just remind ourselves that this is just a bit of fun. These awards. These awards, just a bit of fun. Let's not worry about it too much, okay? Maybe I miscounted. Who cares? But the Echo, Tigra, and Ronin box actually they came last. Now, I think that's probably because people haven't bought them yet. They just came out, right? And there was a big delay in the UK, and obviously we have a lot of UK listeners. So people actually haven't got them. I saw them for the first time this weekend at an event. So let's just assume that that's why, okay? We won't put it as like a dark mark on their ability. I also had a limited amount of space on this poll, so I had to combine the Spider-Verse boxes. So controversially, you could argue that they got, more votes because they were, 2 boxes in one. But I think it's fair to combine them because I'm not sure there are many people only buying one of those boxes, right? If you want Spider-Ham, you probably want Ultimate Spider-Man. Sorry, if you're buying Spider-Ham, I think it's fair to pair those up. So anyway, so the winner of Player's Choice 2025 Best Box Release is the Spider-Verse boxes.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, look, they're popular. They have good characters in there. They have characters that don't do stuff that Web Warriors have done in the past. So you're getting a lot of value, so to speak, for your money buying those boxes as a result. So I can totally appreciate that. I probably have a soft spot for some of the affiliations that Echo and Ronin are in, and so a lot of potential.
Did you love the Echo TV series too, right?
Oh my God, did I? Yeah, it was so good. Yeah, so good. Between having a interesting disabled person being part of it, and then also the Native American type of angle to it, which you just don't see enough of, and is such a big part of American history. Like you wonder why that isn't the case. And then her in-game rules. It's just, and also the at least from the Netflix show, or not Netflix, sorry, the MCU show.
Disney Plus, yeah.
Yeah. The fact that, the trauma of her as a young girl having a father figure in Kingpin, and then how she slowly has to see him for what he really is, that's rough, and so, all of those reasons together made me really sympathetic to the character and some sort of attachment to her.
I agree with that, yeah. We got really giddy on the Echo episode because we both love that TV show.
Yes.
I might watch it again over Christmas, It's really slept on. Not enough people have seen Echo. And I know it's because there's been a lot of mediocre to bad, Disney Plus series. But the Echo one is good. It's actually good. And it's very, like you say, doing really interesting stuff. Great actors in it. Really interesting. So yeah.
Listen to our Echo review show podcast because we go into some depth about all the different things that are good about that show.
Yeah, for sure. And also the Tigra lore that I had to research. I think was probably my favorite lore this year. Just ridiculous, super comic booky stuff.
Right.
So yeah, there you go. All right, cool. So yes.
Who was number 2?
Number 2 was interesting. So I'm glad you asked. The War of Kings box came number 2. Super interesting. Now, I don't know if that's because, we've mentioned that Gladiator is an amazing sculpt. Gladiator is a very interesting character, not necessarily good, but has an enormous ceiling. I bet people have won games with Gladiator just by himself. But also the Crisis rotation, maybe people are voting for that. Maybe people like this kind of, the fact that you can buy a character and the new Crisis now, Maybe people like that. It's quite a cool, interesting model, right? Business model. So, yeah, there you go. All right, 2025 Best Box Release, Spider-Verse.
Good job. Love it.
Your mic is super close to your face, and I heard every molecule of liquid going down your throat just then.
Sorry. That was for the Patreons. Look at I'm really enjoying it, guys.
Yeah, nice. Cool. All right. So next up, Player's Choice Best Individual Character released in 2025. Now, also, obviously, best. I didn't specify like strongest or most thematic, best design. I just said best. I wanted people to just tell me what they thought. Okay,
I love it. I love
best.
it. Yeah, best. We went through this a little bit before, but now I'm going to try to think of like the greater universe of our lovely Discord people. The best character. And so here it's so complex because, the Spider-Verse boxes and the Ronin Echo box came out just now, but people have been able to kind of proxy them because we had the rules. So I'm not sure if they're counting those characters or not in their calculation. The best I feel like it should be one of the Spider people type of thing. I'm going to say Ultimate Spider-Man.
Interesting. Ultimate Spider-Man. I mean, definitely one of the strongest this year, right?
Right. Strong on the rules wise. Plus, he's got a lot of sympathetic lore to him, and the films are doing quite well. When is the next? You wagged your finger at me virtually about me complaining about the second Spider-Verse movie coming out. Because
it got delayed. I know that it's currently slated for June 2027.
Good.
That's miles away. Ugh. That's a year and a half away. Oh my God.
Why did they bother? Let's just
forget it exists and then it will surprise us.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. But I sense that isn't the answer.
No, the answer is Ronin.
Yeah. Okay.
That came out of nowhere for me. I did not expect that at all.
Yeah. You know, and I have to say the Marvel show confused me quite a bit because it was Echo, wasn't it Echo show actually, where Hawkeye, the guy who plays Hawkeye, he was trying to recover the suit, wasn't it?
That was the Hawkeye show, I think.
It was a Hawkeye show.
It was Kate Bishop that was getting it, yeah.
Okay, yeah. But I didn't understand that he was the Ronin before that, and the show didn't make that very explicit, you know, for somebody who...
he was Ronin in Avengers Endgame, and then also in the comics, like Echo was Ronin, which we learned in our Echo episode, remember?
Yeah. Right, exactly. Yeah. So it was kind of a fail for me about why this was so important in that Hawkeye show, even though it was interesting to see them trying to, you know, recapture it and everything. Yeah. But because of that, I'm saying all this because I could see them, people have some attachment to the Ronin character as a result, and so we're pleased to see it come out. And it's also a very strong character, rules-wise.
Yeah, there you go.
Who's second?
Second place, completely tied second place.
Ooh.
Between Silk and Man-Thing.
Yeah.
She's very cool. I can see Silk. Silk's got loads of really cool, interesting stuff on the card, you know.
It remains to be seen, but I think she's danger for this game.
Silk with all webbed up is insane. I got my butt handed to me on Apocalypse by Silk the other day. It was horrible. So yeah, Silk's great. But then Man-Thing I was very interested in because, you know, bit of a just a potato, right? He's just his job is just to survive and just be annoying. And I've never played a game against Man-Thing where I was like, oh, this guy's boring, you know. He's just very solid, you know.
Problem is he's usually put into a nuisance spot, and you want to get rid of him. He's hard to get rid of, and as you're trying to get rid of him, then suddenly you turn on his more active side, meaning he has power to start teleporting people, and then you're hating life because of that.
For sure.
So
I played Archie from Cable's Conquest, who was using Man-Thing the other day, and he used him as a midline grab. So he grabbed an extract right at the start, and then you just can't kill him. You can't one-shot him. It's basically impossible to one-shot. And then he played instant recovery. Yeah. So he'd healed up anyway. So I just powered him up, and then he just teleported the world around. I was like, my God, this character's insane.
Yep.
So,
he's holding an extract on top of it all, and you just, you want to walk away.
Yeah.
It's just like,
It's really annoying. So so speaking of Ronin, we should mention that giveaway that you made us do. You want to talk about that?
For the fans. It was impromptu. It was wrong. It was a mistake.
Norbert announced a giveaway without consulting me or our producer, which meant we all had to spend money to do this stupid giveaway. But we did it. Let's talk about it.
It was so fun. So we basically said, we looked at the Ronin character and we were just remarking about how crazy it was. Tim, don't count on his pursuit happening, but he could do 4 attacks because of his rapid fire. Or what was it? I can't remember now. But it was some...
It was a card.
No, it was his card.
Ronin has a card which gives him rapid fire on his Hawk's blades. So we were saying you might be able to get a pursuit 4 times.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, that's never going to happen. No way. And you're like, this is the internet. You're telling the internet this. And I learned my lesson. This is true. If you let the entire world do stuff, over time, as it turns out, things, monkeys can type Shakespeare's plays.
Yeah, exactly.
So who is the winner? Who sent us video document? His hands were shaking because he was so excited as this was happening in the video. Who was it that won?
Oh, I don't have the name. You've got me on the spot.
Oh, okay. I have it pinned.
Oh, Warden of Valhalla. That's who it was.
Warden
of Valhalla on our Discord, yes. And we sent them a Hulkbuster.
Ah, fantastic. Do you know they have a shop somewhere? Oh, here it is. Yeah. The shop is the Toy Bunker in he spelt it out he was very kind and put the phonetic pronunciation. Opelika. I hope I said that right. Opelika. I'm not sure what's Leica? No, Leica. Oh, yeah, Opelika. There you go. The Toy Bunker in Opelika, not sure which state. That sounds like Georgia, though. Is the host of this guy where they have their meta, and Jim is the MCP kind of proponent at the store. And so it's a small meta, but you should go seek them out because they have crazy good luck down there. They have a vortex of good luck.
Yeah, there you go. And now they have a new Hulkbuster to play with.
Yeah, cool. So congratulations for showing us the folly of my ways, and we hope you enjoy your model.
Yes, enjoy your model. Norbert learned a valuable lesson, and now not only do we do unsigned off giveaways, we now do free advertisement.
Alabama. It's actually Alabama. It's not Georgia. It's Alabama. So he's all the way down in Alabama. Opelika is in Alabama.
Cool. Yes. Yeah, there you go. If you're local, go down there. Go play some MCP.
Yeah. Or go to see the Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras. They have a big Mardi Gras scene there.
Oh, there you go.
Have you ever done Mardi Gras in the States, Jamie?
No, I haven't.
Oh dear. You that's something that should put on your little bucket list, man.
Little bucket list?
Yeah, something to see.
Well, if we get enough patrons, we'll go to America next year for Adepticon, and I can go do that.
All right. I gotta stop buying so much whiskey and
stop buying Hulkbusters to give away to people for free. They don't grow on trees, those Hulkbusters.
Okay.
Right. Next up, player's choice. I'm excited for this one. Most anticipated reveal at Mini Extravaganza 2025.
Ooh, these are such great categories. Really, kudos to you, man.
I'm very happy
really
with
good.
That.
Yeah. Of the reveals. Oh man.
So it's kind of hard for me. Oh no, I can get the list up because you don't they're not all on Jarvis. So let's have a quick look.
Because I have all those pictures. I have to go in Discord to see the pictures, but that's ages ago.
So we've got Iron Lad, Ironmonger, Kang the Conqueror, Rescue, Jubilee.
These are good choices.
Multiple Man, my personal favorite. Havoc, Mirage.
Oh, Havoc.
Yeah. Bastion. Yeah, he's the big guys now. Sentinels. Bastion, Nimrod, Onslaught. And then you got the creepy Halloween guys, Blackheart, Jack-o'-lantern, and the Orb.
Yeah, no, sorry.
No, not on them.
That's not a personal opinion, but I don't think the internet agrees with that ones. Yeah.
Okay. Adam Warlock, Moondragon, and Quasar. Like the
this
space
is so
people.
So many good ones.
Yeah, the list is still going. Omega Sentinel. So those two that come with the crisis cards. Or is it? No, that's not them. Sorry, Omega Sentinel is the one character, and then Prime Sentinels are the two that come in the Zero Tolerance card pack. America Chavez could be an underdog, cool character in that Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah.
Patriot.
Oh God.
Continuing the Disney Plus run, Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
Blue Marvel. Spectrum.
Oh my God, did they release this many?
Yeah, man. Wait for this next one. You ready for this? Hulkling.
They did? I don't remember that.
I don't know who Hulkling is.
You're making stuff up now.
Hulkling is I think it's like a Skrull Hulk guy with wings and a sword. It's whack, if you ask me. Wiccan and Speed. So Scarlet Witch's kids. They're not real, but don't let her hear you say that.
Hell no.
Valkyrie on Aragon. Or actually, no, is it Elendil? It's Elendil. I'm going to get more Lord. Let's not get another Lord of the Rings lore thing wrong.
No.
The Warriors 3.
Is that a dwarf?
I'm not answering that. We're not doing that. And after my Legolas rolls the other day, we're not doing a Middle Earth podcast either. The Warriors 3. I'm still going, Norbert. Sorry. Red Hulk. Sensational She-Hulk. The Leader, the guy with the big head.
Yeah.
And the Dark Dimension terrain stuff with like Shumagorath and the tentacles and stuff.
All right, I'm going to tell you the one that I find confusing, which is Onslaught. I don't know Onslaught very much, and like the whole idea of putting together what is it, Professor X and
Magneto.
Yeah, it's just because of weird. But I feel like people are really kind of like Marmite on that guy. Like some people are like super excited. Some people are like, eh. Some people are like, this is the most horrific character that's ever been developed. Like, you get that sense that there's like a lot of like, there's like people have very hard feelings about this guy. Not universally loved as a result.
Yeah, I think maybe it's like, did you play Marvel vs. Capcom? Did you watch the TV show? Because I think he's in that. Did you read comics? Because I think like the comic story is like seen as bad. I don't know much about it. I mean, we'll learn about all this stuff when we have to do the lore research, right, for our episode. But like, yeah, he's very divisive. You're right. And then also from an MCP point of view, big giant. Let's just assume he's like a 7 or 8 threat character.
Yeah, right.
That's divisive in itself, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You either like Dormammu or you don't want to touch Dormammu.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna just have to go with my gut, what I like, because
what were you most excited about from Mini Strav?
A lot of those things, to be honest with you. But the sculpt of Nimrod just blew me away. Yeah. That's a big robot with the kind of like juggernaut type of head.
Pink fat robot. Yeah.
Man, oh man, that robot looks good. Yeah. I want to play that character so much.
Cool.
So
model.
that's here I am. Now I'm finally found the pictures of all the different stuff there. My God. Yeah, okay. this is not good radio, but yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with Nimrod. But again, that's like my personal choice. I don't know. Like people probably have lore reasons that they are. Let me ask you that. What do you think people's gut reaction in terms of excitement comes from? Lore from not the sculpt, not the rules. It's lore that they have some sort of
from
attachment
lore.
to.
I think I'm leaning towards Nimrod. Because
No. But I'm asking you, what do you think people use when they decide what they're most excited for?
Oh, that's a good point. I don't know. It's a combination of everything, right? People love sculpts, right? But then I don't see many Phoenixes around. But maybe that's because no one's playing her. People like a good sculpt. I know the winner of this as well. So I think the sculpt plays a huge.
You think
part
it's
of
more than the lore? See, for me, it's the sculpt, but that's because I'm not that big a Marvel guy. Like, not to the point of like knowing all the deep cuts.
I mean, I'm super into Marvel, and I don't know half these characters. So it's
okay.
odd. But that's the thing is, like, for some people, we know people whose favorite character in Marvel is Onslaught. Right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, there's gonna be favorite everywhere out there. But I'm just look at who's this guy in the middle.
Adam Warlock.
Yeah, God, man, that's
look at that sculpt.
Oh, so good. But yeah, look at that. Rules wise, I'm gonna say it's actually that 3-threat on a large base.
Ironmonger,
yeah. I think that if you're like a rules guy, that's going to be your answer. But from a rules perspective, I'm really excited for Valkyrie because it's a large base with 2 power, which makes Storm X-Men shenanigans cool. Yeah,
so if we're going to be sweaty and look at stats, I'm really excited for Valkyrie.
Yeah, but for me, then because I don't know the lore, most of these guys, and it's okay. I like that Nimrod character.
Yeah, nice. All right, cool. Well, I can tell you the player's choice is nothing we've mentioned. Which is good, which is great, right? It's the player's choice for most anticipated reveal at Mini-Strav. By a landslide, by the way, Sensational She-Hulk.
Yay!
How cool is that?
Wild.
How cool is that?
Good for you guys, man, because that character isn't the most obvious choice for a number of reasons, and I like it.
You're going past it. Go up.
Have it
top left.
Oh, sorry.
Good for radio. Right there, next to Red Hulk. Click on Red Hulk.
Okay, yeah.
So I think people love the papers in her sculpt.
Yeah.
It's the like mid-transformation thing. She looks like she's coming from work.
Yes.
I think there's probably a lore aspect to it. Like people like the Sensational She-Hulk storyline. And it's just cool. Like she's doing the superhero thing. She's taking off her, her alter ego attire and turning into a superhero. Like it's cool.
Yeah. That is a good point. I mean, it does. Again, the brilliance of the AMG creative staff is creating these sculpts that tell a little story. There's a huge story actually in this one little static piece of plastic in front of you, which is really fun.
Yeah, for sure. There you go. My most anticipated reveal, by the way, is Multiple Man. Just love that.
Is this
character.
a lore thing for you? Yeah.
Okay. I really like X Factor investigations. My kind of comic books are around that era when he's just being an idiot. I just like how his powers work. It's really cool, and the model looks great. I hope he comes with alternative heads because I don't like the kind of dome head thing that he has. I don't like it on Cyclops either, and I really like his like trench coat and kind of normal hair look, but I don't think I'm going to get alternate heads because there's like 4 of him because he's a multiple man, so I don't think they're going to give me that many heads. So
he's also controversial in the storylines, right? People are kind of marmite on him when I saw people talking about who he is.
I think he spans a few different eras and maybe some I like the comic books that are more grounded in reality, and I think people are kind of a bit bored of that stuff. I like the story where he gets a big M like scarred onto his face. And I think that's during an era that people find not that interesting.
Does Bishop have that too?
Yeah. From the same time they like go to the future and get it. So that's my weird niche thing I'm excited about. So player's choice is Sensational She-Hulk, but we have super close. The second place is 3 models that were basically tied, and that was Valkyrie, Nimrod, and Onslaught.
Okay,
so sure. And I think that's sculpts. Right?
Yeah,
surely.
100%. All of those are kind
3
of
incredible
marquee
sculpts. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There you go. All right, cool. So, next up, player's choice, best affiliation. Now, there was some controversy here because, so basically, I didn't want to make another poll that had like 30 options in because as you saw, the last one was a bit silly. So I just took the top 10 affiliations on Longshanks, right?
Okay.
So people then thought that best meant strongest. And I basically just said, just do what you want. Vote for whatever you want, right? So it could be best design, could be strongest, could be, just coolest one, but they were taken from the top 10 affiliations on Longshanks. So it's arguably this maybe this is voting for the strongest affiliations.
Okay.
So I think you can list the top 3 here.
The top 3 affiliations is Apocalypse, Servants of Apocalypse, Inhumans. What is the affiliation called, actually, for Inhumans? Anyway.
It's called Inhumans.
Is it? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. And who's the third one? The third one's a little more interesting.
If Apocalypse and Inhumans got banned tomorrow, who do you think starts winning events?
Yeah. That is so okay. These are contenders in no order. Avengers.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm going to skip Red Skull 3 Cabal, even though I think that's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Crims, I think, has fallen down. Some Defenders. Midnight Suns also went nowhere. Shield. Wakanda. People.
I think you've just successfully listed the top 10, by the way. So
that's Thank you. I actually play this game.
I forget that sometimes you play this game.
It's live play. Wakanda. I'm going to go with Wakanda.
Nice.
Is the third one.
So they're definitely up there. Third place, player's choice. And I think this is also the same as like power level. So third place is actually Web Warriors.
I can understand that because they still do what they do, and as long as they don't show up, Apocalypse doesn't show up. I got schooled at WTC with old school Web Warriors, and it was terrible. I remembered why I hate them so much.
Yeah,
you couldn't do anything about it. Couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah. We constantly talk about it on this podcast, right? But they're just a bunch of gainers and guarantees, and they're just the challenge is on your opponent to figure it out. And Webs are just going to play their game plan no matter what. And I think even with the new Web Warriors that have come out, I don't think much. I think they're, a lot of people are playing Spider-Verse and they think it's good, but I think Miles 1 is still where it's at. And they're potentially nerf proof as well because, Apocalypse and Inhumans are egregious, whereas Web Warriors are just strong. And they're also thematic, by the way, like very well designed. I think if I imagine what Web Warriors would look like in a comic panel is how they play in MCP, right?
Agreed.
Lots of slows, lots of web swings, lots of running away. Like it's great. Very well designed.
Love it.
So second place for best affiliation voted for by the players is Inhumans, which means you know who the winner is.
Oh, Servants of Apocalypse.
There you go. Yeah. So,
cool.
We've said best designed. They're up there with the strongest. So if you combine both those vibes, then you get best affiliation.
Yep. Cool. Got it.
Go. Cool. Great. Okay, final one for the players' choice. This is our public vote on the Discord. 2025's best errata.
These are such good categories. Man, I love these. Best errata. Should I say it's the throw rules? The terrain rules?
I like that change. I also like the 5 crisis and I like the re-rolling priority. I think they were great, but maybe that's controversial.
I am not sure about the first priority. First of all, for the love of God, why couldn't they name the 2 roles differently? It's so confusing, honestly.
Yeah.
It's I really I
What, like you thinking like it's like the crisis role and then
crisis role and then a priority role, something, anything, because this is ridiculous to have to try to distinguish it all the time.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on. I do wonder if the first priority role though is a little too stacked for the winner. I do concerned about that, but that needs some time to work out. So I do like the idea of the priority role being separate. I like that idea a lot. Nerfing. Sorry, what was biggest? What was it? Biggest?
Best errata.
Best errata. So the thing that we enjoy, we're very happy to see change.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
It's a character.
Yeah. Sure. You have to go back to all those different characters now that got changed.
Well, also think about, what are players, just people that are like Marvel fans, MCP fans, what are they happy to now have thanks to an errata?
Gambit.
Yes. Gambit. Mon ami.
Yeah.
He's here. Finally. He's a fan favorite. People love Gambit, and when he came out in MCP, he was just non-existent. And now he's back. Maybe he's a bit too good, but yeah. Fantastic.
Also, he had a great new comeback in the last Marvel film.
Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah, Deadpool Wolverine. I mean, he really shined there for a change.
Yeah.
Not very long, but what he did on screen was fantastic. So
and X-Men 97, right? Probably the best showing of Gambit.
Yes, so good.
Yeah.
Especially even that little attack scene that is a GIF now, where it's all you see is Wolverine just running towards you all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, Gambit just hops on top of him, on top of his back.
His claws, yeah. I wish, right? If I was in AMG, anti-mutant gang headquarters, if I was in there, I'd be like, guys, let's put out a tactics card box. There's just a bunch of grab old characters that no one cares about and just give them cool team up cards. And I would give Gambit and Wolverine that ability.
Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah.
It was such a fun thing.
You give Wolverine explosive on his next attack or something stupid, super cool. They need to have that.
And he carries Gambit a certain distance.
It's like Battlebound. You know how Archangel carries Psylocke? Battlebound, but then Wolverine does an explosive attack.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. And it's called Remember It or something. I don't know. But yeah,
hey, dude, there's another one that's kind of like the Spider-Verse second film. When is the next season of X-Men 97 happening?
That's sooner because the trailer came out not long ago.
Oh, is there? I'm going to avoid watching it.
Yeah, don't watch the trailer. You don't need to. It's the summer of 26, so next summer.
Okay.
There you go.
Still too long, but okay.
Yeah. Well, I've been rewatching it recently, so yeah. Also, some amazing Rogue stuff in there, which let's not talk about Rogue, but hopefully this time next year, Rogue will get some love.
Cozying up to Magneto creeps me out somehow. I don't know why.
I agree. I completely agree.
Right? Isn't it God, what's going on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd love to see some. Now we're talking about it. I'd love to see some Rogue love. I know Rogue is a very good character in this game, but still a bit basic and a bit dusty. Let's get some Rogue love, man. If you watch X-Men 97, Rogue is sick. So yeah. Anyway, right. So the player's choice for best errata is Gambit. Congratulations. Remember
Who's second choice?
Second choice. I didn't differentiate, so we can give it to both of them. But it's both the Doctor Stranges.
What did Sexy Strange get?
Well, they both got the time. What was it? Orb of Agamotto. They both got it on dodges.
Oh.
They kind of matched that one, and then there's little tweaks they got here and there. So yeah,
that's fair. They both got it, but really, the guy who really wanted it is regular Strange one.
Yeah, and he also got the new leadership, right?
Yeah,
which is a very, 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 very good leadership. So yeah, a deserved second place. All right, cool. We're near the end now, Norbert. We're in the final stretches. Don't worry.
All right, okay.
It's our longest episode ever.
People love it because remember they're in the Christmas doldrums. They're dying for content. All they're
doing is eating leftover turkey and gluing their new models together. And they're
correct.
Yeah.
You joke, sir, but that's exactly what I would be doing at this time listening to this episode.
There you go. Well,
so where am I? What am I going to listen to? I've heard this show already.
The Danger Room are doing their Christmas episodes. Go listen to them.
All right, I'll save them up.
An affiliation per day. It's very good. I'm on it. I'm on that. We should talk about that. I do the Weapon X. Yeah.
Congrats.
I did New Mutants last year, and I was like, right, this time next year I'll be good at MCP, and they'll get me back to talk about a good affiliation. And they got me back to talk about Weapon X, and I was like, I've gone backwards. I've got worse.
Talk about throwing shade. Okay,
yeah, right.
But wait, we have other cross promotional promotions to make, don't we?
Do we?
Yeah, your other guest appearance.
I mean, it's probably out by now, but yeah, I went on to Fury's Finest.
Hey, excellent.
Yeah,
what did you talk about there? New Mutants.
You know what? I was terrified. I was shaken the whole time because I was like, these guys are known for their lore, right? Not stirred, yeah. But Fury's Finest are known for their lore, right?
Yeah.
Like whenever you promote our episodes on Reddit, people tell you to go away because they don't like you and they prefer Fury's Finest, you know? And then I'm the lore guy, so I was terrified. But you know what? I held my own. I kept up with it. You know, they asked me lore questions and I understood most of them.
About what?
Yeah. Just about mutants mostly.
No. But so what was the episode about? What could people listen to on that collab?
Oh, I went to talk about my New Year's resolution that I had, which was to play 50 games with every mutant affiliation.
Nice one.
And then I spoke about that for a long time, which I also spoke about on this podcast. So you got lots of content there. But then we did like a breakout episode when he realized, this Jamie guy has things to say about Phoenix Unleashed. And we did like a Patreon episode about Phoenix. So
a Patreon episode on Phoenix. That sounds good. Yeah. Hey, I just want to point out we have some hater lovers on the Reddit. So shout out to you guys. Keep filling our posts up with your hate. It's really impressive that you point out that it is a Patreon episode that we're advertising each time. I forget all the time, so it's really helpful that you put that comment in.
Nice.
Keep it coming, friends.
Yeah, man. And if anyone here is a fan of the show, then you can go and help, by defending us on those Reddit posts and be like, hey, we like that they do Patreon episodes and they're real useful.
I love that guy. I was like, oh, wow, a Patreon advertisement. Great. Just what we need on Reddit. And it's the same guys. I mean, come on.
I might give that. Should we give him, if he comments again, should we give him a free Patreon subscription? I actually quite like that idea. Should we do that?
I would love that idea.
Give him a year's subscription.
But we have to run it past our producer. It's a three-way choice. We don't make things on the fly anymore, young man.
Exactly, yeah. I think, can you, start replying to him. I want to see if he's interested. Be like, hey man, do you want a subscription?
No. Look, internet trolls are a thing, and I don't have the best mental capacity for that sort of thing. So I thought of it. Yeah. I thought of it, and I said, Norbert, that is no.
He used to call me. Here's a little insight into mine and Norbert's friendship. When Norbert sees a comment he doesn't like on the internet, he usually calls me and asks me what to do about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I'm really upset. Should I reply to this guy?
And you always say no.
Yeah.
And then we hang out.
Leave it out. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So
cool.
Yeah. Anyway, but they exist. They're out there. We have a whole. That's another subcategory of fan that we have out there.
Yeah. Thanks for the love.
We love them. Yeah.
All right. On to the next category of awards. We're so close now, Norbert. We're near the end. So, this is the Patreon choice. Okay. So I asked
So this is the special listeners.
The special award. Yeah. It's a super golden award, this one. So this is the Patreon choice. I posted a post on our Patreon and said, look, if you'll comment on it, then the comment that gets the most likes will win this award. Okay. So this is the award, Patreon only, for character most in need of an errata.
Oh, wow. Jamie not pulling any punches. Wow.
Well, I figured the patrons, I can be a little bit more negative.
What's great about this is it doesn't mess up our positive vibe podcast kind of credentials at all. Yeah. This is not us saying this.
Yeah, it's the patrons, not me.
As far as we're concerned, all the characters are great.
Yeah, I added a comment here from me and didn't get many votes, so I'm not even going to mention it. So I'm going to stay super positive here. But also, I will say that this was taken in good faith, and actually, as we go through these, the reasoning people gave was from a place of love. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like Gambit is a good example, right? Of Gambit is a much loved character that wasn't really played, and now everyone's voting for him. He's won a bunch of awards today, because he's now seen everywhere.
I know the answer.
Love him,
I know the answer.
Go on.
It came to me.
Hit me.
Magneto.
Oh, why?
Right? Well, he's an iconic character, maybe top 5 iconic characters, and you just don't see him. And people want to play him and try to make him work, and it's just in the current meta, the way the game's designed, not just meta, the way the game's designed, he's just not competitive.
Yeah, I agree. He's also, I don't think this is a crazy take, he is the best designed character in the game. His leadership and the way he throws terrain around, he interacts with the rules.
All thematic. Yeah.
I think that back on the drawing board stage of when they were making MCP, and they were like, "Hey, in this game, you should be able to throw buildings at each other. That's pretty superhero-y, right?" I reckon the second they said that, someone went, "We should make Magneto do that," and he is perfectly designed, the best designed character in the game. But yeah, you're right. He just can't keep up with today's meta.
Yeah, and so he wasn't on the list though. From your reaction,
no, not a contender.
I'm out then, because I mean. I want Magneto to be on the table.
That's your one. Yeah. Mine was, if we're doing our ones, mine was, this didn't get many votes, but mine was Professor Xavier.
I think that's probably because people think that if you put a little effort into him, he can work.
Yeah, I think so. But I think just thematically, it's a complete miss. He's too fast.
Interesting.
AJ has modeled his wheelchair to look like a Mario Kart go-kart. So, he's too fast, and his defenses are rubbish, and he's got ranges on his attacks, whereas in the comics, he's pretty much rangeless. So I would his leadership is fantastic, by the way, awesome and perfect for the character, very lore accurate, but I think his stat card is just terrible.
Why do you think his defenses are bad, considering how he's just a weakling?
No, I know. I do get that. 226, he isn't going to be able to get out of the way of a car being thrown at him. I agree. But the whole telepathic lock thing where your opponent has to pay 2 to ignore his missing defense, it tricks your opponent into playing better. So it's a bad because doing I'll just do a builder then, and I'm going into your weak defense, which means I'm going to get the power back anyway. So it's just a bad defense. Astral Duel is pointless, the spender.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I got you. All right. Fair.
So I mean, I think there's a lot missing here. I would make him a slow mover, loads of range 5s. And sure, once you catch up to him, he dies easily. That's right, I think. But he should be able to, maybe his rerolls are rangeless. Is that crazy? Maybe, but not if you make him rubbish.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you make his rerolls like board wide, but he's a slow mover.
Yeah,
and once you get him, he just falls over like a wand.
Yeah. I can understand that. I can see that being the case. I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Anyway, it's not about us. It's about the patrons. So, in third place, we have Sin.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Although, I don't know anything about Sin, so like I really don't care about her, which is kind of a sad thing. Although I like the fact that she gets better when she gets beaten up. Not that I encourage that sort of thing, but I think it's just very thematic.
Yeah. So the comments for that, Matt Cole said, it feels like a whole archetype of control isn't in the game due to how she never quite functioned. Never mind in the modern game. I think that's referencing her leadership.
Exactly.
Is seen as non-functional. So, and then Michael Hesselberg said, Sin is literally a sin, especially in light of the recent errata going over hit points of characters who arguably never needed any changes.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at Yondu and Nick Fury getting more health. Meanwhile, Sin is still in the bin.
What is she, 4.5 or 4.6?
I think it's that, yeah.
Oh, I mean, as a leader too. I mean, that's just and it's not like you said where she could hang out in the back and just be safe. No, she wants to be in the thick of it with 4 hit points.
Exactly. It's awkward. It's like an awkward magic. So
is she not even on this list? Why isn't she showing up?
SIN. Top left. On the left.
She is.
There you go. Sin. Yeah. So what is the leadership? So during the cleanup phase, after scoring VPs, roll a die for each objective token contested by an allied character. If it's a hit crit wild, push each enemy character contesting objective away. That's pretty good.
It's the variability of it.
Right. It's a 50-50, right? Yeah. And then roll a die for each character holding an asset token within 2 an allied character. If it's a hit crit wild, they drop it. That's not bad. You probably don't want leadership that is random, right?
Yeah, that's the problem. It's random.
It's a big win. It's 50-50. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay.
It's the same reason people hate pay to flips that are 50-50. They still hate them. They're 50-50.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Also, I keep going on about it, but there's enough votes on it now. It's got like 600 votes. If Longshanks brought out leadership badges, we would see a lot more Sin because people will go for the Sin Cabal thing. So, I'm blaming Longshanks.
Okay.
Right.
Good.
Second place for character most in need of an errata. You're going to really, really agree with this one, okay? Stay where you are in the S's on Jarvis. This is Shadow King.
Oh my God. Yes. Oh, come on. My paint job even came out superb on that guy for some reason.
Yeah. So this comment was from Andrew Grant, who said Shadow King, best sculpt in the game and never gets played.
No.
Yeah. So you love the sculpt of this, right?
Yes, I love the sculpt. Like I said, the paint job actually came out really well, which is on me, not on AMG. And so it's like everything there. And it's just like, man, God. And also there's the lore, like the idea about him is really interesting. And so he's got a fez. I mean, come on. Please.
And Astral
him.
Fiend is a really cool idea as well. I like Astral Fiend, but it doesn't quite work. He's Hellfire affiliated, right? And I think he's in that box. Hang on. Hellfire Club.
See, if you only knew the CP number, you'd know.
That's a good point. I feel like there's a box coming up with like Omega Red and him in it.
He's in 151, which is the original box. Him and then MCP 14.
That's
here
one of the new ones. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a X Fiends and Foes box.
So that's Juggernaut, Mr. Sinister, Omega Red, Shadow King. So I mean, we know that Mr. Sinister and Omega Red are getting reworks in there. So maybe he will too.
God, I hope so. Yeah.
And
everybody hopes so.
I hope that Juggernaut doesn't, because I think Juggernaut is another perfectly designed character.
Yeah. Look, good job, guys. That is a good call. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. All right, but here we go, Norbert. Drum roll.
All right.
Patron choice for character most in need of an errata.
Right.
Who do you think it is?
It is Apocalypse?
I'm going to say it's not that. I'm going to say this rounds up 2025 perfectly. The patron choice, character most in need of an errata, is Phoenix.
Of course. I always go for the high flyers. It's the low flyers I should be thinking about. Yes.
The easy win. So let me read some of the comments. So William Crookshanks said, such a cool model who is nearly non-functional. Now, I've played 50 games with Phoenix, remember, and I can agree, I can contest there's a lot about that character that doesn't work. Unfortunately, Laurie Saffin said, Phoenix needs some sort of buff, such a gorgeous model, and she's gathering dust in my cupboard. I agree. I think it's my best model that I own, and they're in a box because they don't even fit with the other models that I have. And Adam Nicholson said, Phoenix deserved better.
These are such good choices, guys. Absolutely concur. My Magneto choice pales in comparison to these.
I think Magneto, that's a good shout. Because you're right, because Magneto's a fan favorite, right?
Yeah.
And if you've seen X-Men 97, oh my God, Magneto's cool in that.
It's really good. And like not in an obvious way. Like in other words, he's got like shades of gray to him,
Yeah, exactly.
Which is really
I'm Jesse from Fury's Finest has got me reading the Krakoan era comics now, and it might be some of the best Magneto stuff I've ever read.
Are you now a Marvel Unlimited subscriber?
I am. As of doing Fury's Finest, I am now on there,
What do you watch? You read it on a tablet?
My phone, just like on the tube.
Oh, that's criminal. These artists put so much work into their art.
No, because you do Smart Panel. Do you know about Smart Panel?
No.
It's a way of doing it where you can see everything close up. It's really good. It's really well done.
All right. Well, okay. I hope so, sir, because you're in the creative industry and they put so much effort into those things.
It's really good. Smart Panel makes comics incredible. Like, I'm going to show you. No good for the listeners, but people know what Smart Panel is. It basically goes through, it turns each page into like
one panel. I see.
Yeah.
Okay, that
really
does
cool.
help. Yeah,
and they do really thematic, cinematic stuff with it, which is really cool.
You have anybody on the tube reading over your shoulder as you're reading?
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah, some guy nudged me on the shoulder the other day, and he was like, "Oh, nice, Krakoa."
No shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, the award for most swear words in an award ceremony goes to. Sorry, we're doing it live. This is live. Every good awards show is live. Sorry, guys.
That is pretty impressive, though. That somebody said that to you. That's some cred.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Right. Okay. So we're wrapping it up now. Okay. We've got the nice awards at the end. So the Patreon awards for longest supporter. So this is presented by Norbert and I as a thank you to our patrons. Okay.
That is so nice.
Yeah. So longest supporters.
In terms of Patreon, you mean?
In terms of Patreon, yeah. So this is actually from the day we launched. These three signed up.
Wow.
So that is the lovely Ollie Lowe, Curtis Hodgson, and Michael Hesselberg.
Oh, wow. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Clapping for you.
Clapping. Applause.
That's a lot of faith. That's a lot of faith for us because we could have been a complete train wreck.
Yep. I remember when we put the Patreon live, we both thought, we'll delete this in a month because no one will sign up. And they did. Yeah. And they've stayed supporters. And then next award, completely related, longest spectacular supporter. Remember we brought out that higher tier?
Yes.
And was like, they're definitely, no one's going to want this. And that goes to John Excel and Nick Cork.
Amazing. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. So yeah, again, the day we launched that, they became supporters and then haven't stopped. So yes, very much appreciated. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Cool. So that concludes our 2025 awards ceremony.
Amazing. Oh, that is such a good show. Wow.
See you again next year.
Yeah, thank you.
So speaking of next year, before we go, Norbert, hold on. We're going to end this on something.
Okay.
Now, we've talked about already my New Year's resolution for this year, which was to play 50 games, all the mutant affiliations. Yep. I think that you and I should come up with New Year's resolutions for MCP right now, and then our listeners can hold us to it throughout the year.
Okay. This is good. New Year's resolution for MCP. Well, look, I do paint all the models. I get all the models, so I can't really change that very much. It definitely going to have to be about my gameplay somehow. I'm conflicted because it'd be like, oh, we'll just play some faction. Okay. I don't understand how you play, or people like you play. Meaning to say, you always say, oh, play for fun. I like thinking through puzzles and trying to triumph through them. You know what I mean? Whereas you like to play weirdo formats and where, you know what I mean? It's so weird how I just think about those as I'm going to say this and it's going to sound awful because I don't want to discredit people having fun. For me, it feels like a waste of time.
Having fun, waste of time.
So, but should I change that approach or should I just try to control my saltiness more, which is an ever struggle? I don't know. Help me. Give me some direction.
Maybe I can help you by, I'll come up with mine and then you can see my thought process. and then maybe it maybe help you. Okay,
good.
so 2020, what are we saying? 2024, I was super sweaty, right? I was trying my best. I was playing Hellfire Club. I was winning events, did really well on the TTS thing, and I felt kind of hollow at the end of it, right? I felt like I'd lost the love for a part of the game. So my New Year's resolution last year was to do the whole, play all the mutant affiliations, even the dummies. So play Sentinels and New Mutants and Weapon X and X-Force and all that. And I had a great year. And like we spoke about on the episode, so I won't go into it here. But my New Year's resolution this time is going to be to try and win some events. Because I've had a year of playing fun, fluffy stuff and had a great time. And people know me as the fun, fluffy player now. And which is really fun because when I show up to events now and I play Apocalypse and people groan, there'll be someone on a table next to us that go, no, he deserved it. He earned it. So that's my New Year's resolution. I'm going to go back to being sweaty this year.
So is that it? Just sweaty, not in a particular way. Like I'm going to win.
I'm going to try and win some events. That's my wording for it.
But you don't have an affiliation attached to that, or
I'm just going to see. I mean, it's obviously going to be Apocalypse, but I don't think they'll last because there will be an errata at some point. Maybe I'll go back to Hellfire because I think they're pretty good. Maybe I'll stay on Storm X-Men because I think they're very good. So I don't know. I don't care about affiliation. I'm just going to try and win some events. After a year of going 2-2 at every event,
Yeah.
So that's my resolution.
I go 2-2 and don't play the junky factions. So you should be very happy about that result. Honestly,
I am. I'm happy. Yeah, I was always happy with 2-2.
Because I have a formula which I feel happy about. You tell me, but I spend like the first half of the year practically just trying out different affiliations that catch my eye. Sometimes they're competitive, like super competitive ones. Sometimes they're the just under competitive ones. I don't tend to play with ones that are definitely not competitive, like say Winter Guard, as much as I would like to. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I like that in myself, that I kind of cycle through those things until I settle in, and then I settle in for something more serious because it's part of my abilities. I need to focus on one affiliation to get with I don't play very much, so the few times that I can play I want to kind of bed that kind of experience into muscle memory. So I feel like I'm happy with that, but so how should I change that? Like a resolution is about how you change yourself for the better.
So I've got some observations, right?
Thank you.
I love it when you jump between affiliations, right? Your Asgard moment was really fun, and I really enjoy like the road trips we have where we talk about, kind of debrief each event. Yeah. But I feel like you jump off them quite quickly. So you'll play it for like 6 weeks is your time, right?
Usually? About 6 weeks, yep.
Yeah. I think that it takes, for some affiliations, it takes longer than that to master them.
Yeah.
Like I'm at like 25 games with Apocalypse now. And obviously Apocalypse is an extreme example, but when I get to my 50 games with Apocalypse, I still wouldn't have unlocked everything he can do. And I think that you can't unlock everything an affiliation can do in 6 weeks. So I would argue that, you had a good run with Asgard, I think. And maybe if you'd have stayed on them a bit longer, you might have done something.
Okay, you've hit on something that I actually have in the back of my head all the time. This is whether I am adventurous enough in the splash picks I make when I play an affiliation. So how about I combine it? So you've ignited that is maybe a thing. So why don't I take your advice to stick to an affiliation longer than I would normally, but commit to trying out some more wacky splashes as part of that journey?
Yeah. I like that.
And not stupid splashes, but ones that I dig harder into what might be a possible complement to what I'm missing from the affiliated characters.
Yeah, I like that. I think that falls under the whole, sticking to an affiliation means you're then going to start working that stuff out.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And the whole have a core and know what your game plan is here. And then the splashes is the variable that you change.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really good for you because you did a lot of good stuff this year, right? You crimmed a lot of Crims games. You jumped between affiliations. You beat Pat Dunford this year. on Apocalypse, so you're clearly figuring out some puzzles. Like maybe you should stop changing so many variables because then the puzzle you're figuring out is also on your side of the table as well as
100%. That's right. That is absolutely right. Okay. That'll be my resolution. Thank you for helping.
Give it to me in succinct words so I can write it down for next year.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm going to try to. I mean, a negative way to say this is try to min-max an affiliation with an exploration of splashes.
Yeah. I guess commit as well, though. You said you were going to commit to. Yeah. Try to commit to affiliations and experiment with interesting splashes.
And I'm going to ask the Discord people to weigh in on this, to help me give me what they feel is the most fertile affiliation to commit to. You know what I mean? That would be worthwhile to do this with.
Yeah. There's also, by the way, like there's an element of your heart in this, and I think what I've learned from recording a year's worth of episodes with you, your heart is very much in Defender's criminal land.
Yes,
like, and there's something to, like, you know, Storm isn't a top tier affiliation, but if you got me to play Storm for a year, I'd be happy because X-Men are my home, right? And maybe your home is Echo, and you love Echo, right? So then now you're going to do criminal, like play Echo under Kingpin. That's thematic, you know? Right. And then, because like, you're also learning, but you feel passionate about the game, and there's like a story behind your splashes, you know?
Yep.
Thought.
Okay.
Cool. There you go. Well, yeah, everyone listening, let us know your New Year's resolutions for MCP.
That's a great ask for the people in the Discord. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good.
You go.
Good idea.
Cool. So we're done. We did it.
Yay!
A 3-hour-long episode. We did it.
And thank you to our producer for doing all the work, the unglamorous work behind the scenes all year long.
Yes. Thankless work dealing with Norbert mostly.
Yeah. Oh, my filthy after dark epithets and innuendo and off-color jokes and inappropriate stories that are actually hilarious, but not ready for prime time.
Yeah. There you go. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. Thanks for a great year.
Thank you.
Thank you, Norbert. And we'll see you next year. We're going to be starting with the starter sets. The most exciting product I think AMG have ever put out.
Yeah, it's a really good way to start the year. So let's look forward to that. Until next time, cheers and happy gaming.